Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. 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 I want. Hear me now. I do what I want. Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for. Gotta go all out. Whenever you see me, don't be wasting my time. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. 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 Hear me now. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, pussycat? Good afternoon. How are you? What's new, pussycats? What the hell? Hold on a minute. You know, it hasn't been this long since I was in this seat. What did I screw up here? The microphone is not where it usually. Oh, it's kind of. Hold on. Oh, I remember. Hold on. Stand by, please. Okay, there we go. I have this mat on my desk that I keep the keyboard and, all my stuff on. It's like one of those. Oh, it's not silicone, but it's, it protects it protects my credenza. But you can't put the microphone on it. I have to put the microphone on the first world problems. How's everybody doing? Y'all, I am. It's unfortunate that I have to report that the war I waged with HBO, they have emerged the victor. As we knew was going to happen. But I much like Betty, I tried to fight the law and the law won. At least the law according to HBO. They're like, bitch, no ma'am, you're not going to do that. I personally thought that it fell under fair use. And I stand by that. Fuck you, HBO. I mean, I know it's the David and the Goliath, and you can't fight the system. And I don't usually try. Like, unlike Betty, I've spent a lifetime trying not to go to jail. It's really not that difficult. But yes, HBO struck me down midstream as I was reviewing Chimp Crazy. And if I do say so myself, I think it was one of my better comedic lives. But HBO, they did not agree. I was like, well, damn. Okay, so they struck it down and it just poof, disappeared. Thank God I had Crazy Nurse to text me and, say, bitch, stop talking. They shut you down. Because because I would have been over in the other window just going on and on for, oh, it could have easily been an hour. Yeah. Um, so they shut me down midstream. I came back, but I'm not dumb like Betty. I don't keep repeating the same offense over and over. So I was like, okay, well, I don't think I'm going to tempt the copyright gods again. So I did, however, dispute it. And it went back up yesterday for, I don't know. It wasn't up long because when I got up today, it was poof, gone like the wind. And I am not going to escalate it any further. So, again, fuck you, HBO. However, that does not mean that I will not recommend. Oh, HBO, when you guys were like, doing your review, oh yes, because I'm sure a real human sat there and watched, because I was thinking to myself, well, there could be a silver lining in this cloud. I mean, maybe they'll want me to do I don't know, maybe some kind of a stand-up special. Oh, yeah. So, alas, it was not meant to be. Oh, yeah, we're getting into Betty in a minute. Y'all. Oh, if anybody could help me with this, can someone tell me what news channel can I go to see? There was an interview yesterday. I believe it was just Seth. I would like to, and it was just a couple of minutes. It was on I think it was one of the local evening newses. I don't think it was WJHL. If someone can tell me where to find that, I want to review that before we get to bed skank, bed stream, bull skank, bull scorn, bitch hole Betty. See, Betty, I'm trying to work on my P's or my P's too. Ever since that unfortunate little, lip, my newly found speech impediment I have thanks to the Botox lip flip. Yes. Oh, damn it. Got to fix my pony. All right. So let me have a swig of my coffee and then I'm going to say hi to the kids in class and then we're going to get right down to it. Oh, Betty. Like the irony. I was not in any chats yesterday. Oh, I take that back. I did pop into one. And it was on my way to the grocery store because I couldn't resist. Just adding my thoughts to the chat that was flying by. The irony. But however, I was watching it live with Crazy Nurse. I was working with my right hand, typing to my left and watching the big TV. And I do believe I said to Crazy Nurse, because we were watching it together via text message. And I said to her, the utter irony of the fact that Betty's own fake press pass could not have gotten her media streaming access to her own court trial. Oh, I love that. I love that for her. Okay. Get my glass. Uh-oh. Dings this early on. I don't know if that bodes, Betty, pay attention. I don't know if that bodes well for good news. Okay, it's nothing. God, I wish that company would leave me alone. Jesus. This place I sell my clothes and they will not. I tell you what, just like HBO has, the bots know which words to look for. Well, apparently this company that sells my clothes for me, I kid you not. I just went into the app to type in this designer name to see if they took those, things from that designer. And I kid you not, within 1 minute of me opening that app and just searching within the sell tab, they called me. And when I wouldn't answer the phone, they sent me a text, and now they just sent me another one. And I see, for me, I don't know about you guys, that alone will make me say, no, fuck it. I'm not dealing with this today. It's like, I don't know why these companies, like, you already have my business. I've been doing business with you for years. Stop. Leave me alone. When I'm ready, I'll do it. It's like, oh, am I the only person who feels that way when you either go into a business or you're looking on, whatever the case may be, and they hound you? They will not leave you alone. It's why when I had a store, people walked in and I was like, hi, I'm Lisa. If there's anything I can help you with, just let me know. I'll be right over there. And then I left them the fuck alone. Like, I hate nothing more than when I go into a store and they're on, I must give off some kind of like force field of high credit card limit, low impulse control. Like, I because they are on me like white on rice. And I mean, honestly, like, usually the door hasn't even gotten done closing. Hi, I'm Susie. Hi, how are you? Oh, I like what you're wearing. Where did you get that? Oh, like, do you like, name some, like, this happened maybe 2 weeks ago. Small independent boutique. All of that happened. And then she's like, oh, like, do you like Michael Stars? Yeah. Oh, I could see you wearing this. Do you like Red Hot? Oh, yeah. No, like this. Oh, and it's such a good deal. And blah, 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 blah. And I mean, it's like, ma'am, do you need to be hit over the head with who said that? Oh, that dumbass Molly. Do you need to get hit over the head with a cast iron skillet? Like, once I turn my back to you and I just start walking around and I don't even acknowledge anything you're saying to me, like, I'm done. Leave me alone. Because for me, that will actually drive me out of the store. Unless there's something I really want and it's on sale. In which case I'll just, I don't want to be rude, but it's like, damn, I'm sorry if you're like Betty and you can't pick up on social norms and social cues. Okay, I'm going to say hi. And then hopefully somebody knows the news station, that piece I want to review. And then Betty's ready to go. Yeah, I'm never ready for Betty. Betty seems to be ready for us always. Yeah, aren't we lucky? Okay, I got to fix this hair in a minute. Hey, London girl, how are you? Oh, look at you. You're the door holder girl. Hi, Clancy. How are you? Hi, Daz. Oh, that's very sweet. Lori Life 360. Good afternoon. Oh, is it? See, you're like me, unless maybe where you are, it is morning. Every time I sit in this chair, it doesn't matter what time of the day it is. I always say good morning. So good morning, good afternoon. Yeah, that. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Miss Brittany in the house. How are you? Oh, girl, yeah, I'm there with you. Hey, crazy nurse, how are you? Traders, how are you? It's good to see you. I hope you are doing well. I am good. I still want to do that show. And I know you told me just text you when I'm ready. For some reason, whenever I remember it, it's at the most inopportune time. I should have brought my notes in here, you guys. I have a stack where I sit on the couch. I keep a tray. Just paper towels, napkins, regular paper. And then all my notes just you know, I usually wait about a month and then I go through them. I don't know why I can't remember to do anything, but I definitely want to do that. That thing. I'm not going to give it away because some bitch will steal it from us. Okay. Hey, Aunt Ton Ton, Ton Ton. It's Ton Ton, right? Or is it Ton? I know we go through this every time. I'm so sorry. I saw this and first I thought it said you're alive. I'm like, God, I hope so. I am. I'm live and alive. Hi, Patty. How are you? Kathy Garner. Oh, you've been waiting, girl. All right. Well, I hope I don't disappoint. She is the easiest content on earth. It requires absolutely no preparation time. Preparation, like the preparation H that Betty needs. Yeah. Oh, Bets, listen. Preparation H, not just for, what actually I guess it would be all of us that need it because she is the biggest pain in the ass on this fucking platform, or at least in our neighborhood. Preparation H, ladies, and Betty, we know you're not going to like splurge on any skincare because clearly you don't give a fuck. But what you can do, Preparation H, if you have, that unfortunate swelling and eye bags, yeah, how did that commercial used to go for the shrinks swelling of inflamed hemorrhoidal tissues? Yes, I mean, I guess it works there. I've never had the occasion to try it out. I have, however, in the past, put it on my face to see, to take care of the eye bags that I didn't have. I still really don't have. That is not something I have. Mine are getting hollowed because of age, but I don't have eye bags. And I definitely didn't have them when I was like 25-ish, when I remember trying that hack. But if you do, it does work, ladies. It's not drastic and it's temporary, but hey, it's probably the same active ingredient that's in very expensive skincare that claims to do the same thing. So there you go. There's my beauty hack for the day. Hey, Revival, how are you? Hi, Becca. Oh, I keep hearing that song in my head, you guys. The title of this live, my new favorite song, Criminals by Meghan Trainor. That's the chorus. Lock me up because I've been bad and I know I'll do it again. You're the best I ever had. I'm guilty. Something guilty as sin. Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, those lyrics, I thought they would be a perfect title for this live. Yeah, I don't know why I would think of Betty when it's for a song called Criminals, red light, blue light. I don't know. Do you guys like my shirt? Isn't this cute? These are little red hearts. I've not worn this since Valentine's Day. Has little red hearts all over it. This is J. Crew, I believe. And it's nice. It's silk, but it's nice, lightweight silk. Yeah, I'm singing that song in my head. Jazz, the travel RN. How are you? Oh, Betty's lawyer's in the house. Oh, Betty's lawyer. My goodness. Betty's lawyer is clearly a little vertically challenged, I do believe, because when I saw her at the podium, that how Betty loves a podium. Betty, I did notice that Betty was not nearly as boisterous at yesterday's podium. She wasn't punishing that podium like she does the Manatee County BOCC podium. Oh yes, that podium, like all the rest of us, hates her guts. Well, when I say hates her guts, that's just a platitude. Much like 99% of what I heard Kamala Harris say last night, just platitudes. Yeah. We don't really hate you, Betty. No, it's just a very strong dislike for your wretched ass. Yeah. Yeah. But Betty's lawyer, my goodness. He only appeared to be about that much taller than her. And I did hear a creator talk about how Betty really was, like she said, when she says she's tiny, she's tiny. And I just sat back and went, well, if you think Betty's tiny, I promise you would pass out, you would faint, clear out. You would come off your feet if you saw me in a pair of flats out in the wild. Because I am, well, Betty, I think Betty says I don't care what Betty says. I'll go with what the sheriff's department in her latest mugshot, I'll go with what they said, which was 5'2", 165. I'm 4'11 and a quarter and anywhere between 100 and 105. I'm somewhere in between right about now. So to me, everybody over 5 foot is tall. But I'm like, no, I've seen Betty out in the wild, not in person, but like in videos and things. No, I would never describe Betty as small, but I guess it depends on who it is that's opining on the vital statistics. Let's see. Hey, little Irish girl, how are you? Hi, Chopper. Oh God. Right. I was talking to QB just for a few minutes this morning, and I was like, damn, girl. I said, oh, how you doing? She said, oh, I'm good, like busy. Lot going on. And I said to her, I can't imagine having to have that skank all up in your life like Betty is in QB's, because QB did not call for her. That skank came to her. Like, bitch, no, much like your shitty YouTube career and your pretend job as an advocate, activist, insert pretend job in the blank. Yes, much like all of those, nobody fucking sent for you. Sit down. Oh, but yes, this is very much, it's very much the case. I'll just tell you what my husband says. Because yesterday he, just by virtue of the fact that he came out in the kitchen, he became aware of the fact that Betty was going to court. And, my husband, who's never even gotten a speeding ticket in his life, okay? He carried a briefcase to kindergarten. My husband doesn't go to court. So he said to me, and it's very true. He said, I think it's more a commentary on the abysmal state of society, that I think it says more about society and where we are in general than it does her, because the fact that even one person gives a shit about anything she does, and he was not wrong, but he doesn't hang out in this neighborhood of YouTube. No, my husband on YouTube, he watches finance. He watches a lot of people who do competition barbecue, because that's one of my husband's hobbies. Lucky me. What else does he watch? A lot of car stuff. My husband has a race car and has been a lifelong devotee to Formula One racing. That's the kind of my husband is into much more cerebral pursuits with his yes, there would be no confusing his YouTube feed with mine. Definitely not. So I was like, honey, you are right, but fuck that whore. I believe that's what I said. Oh, he just shook his head. Hey, Frankie's mom, how are you? But yes, Chopper, you are absolutely right. Oh, well, Molly has one she can borrow, although, well, neither one of them will fit in it. Oh, Molly certainly. It certainly didn't appear to fit Molly, and I don't know if I guess Molly's bigger than Betty. Well, we definitely know her tits are. Molly's tits alone would account for probably, like, I still don't get that. I've never known anybody who got breast implants to have boobs that look like that. I'm still very puzzled by that every time I see her. Because I'm subscribed to the Kool-Aid channel, so I see more of her than I want to. It's like, why is she back? Like, I don't get it. Like, isn't she supposed to be gone? Not that I give a fuck because I don't watch her, but I like the Kool-Aid channel. I don't want to oh my God. That could have been quite unfortunate. It's a damn shelf on my chair. Oh, I got to scribble myself a note. I have a new, well, it's not new. I've had it. I just didn't want to put it out until on my chair. See this? My monogrammed director's chair. I have a really pretty black. It's black leather. It's pleather. It's not leather, but it's black, and the font is different where it says Crimes and Fashion, and it's in purple. It's really pretty. But I thought, you know what? That'll be better in the winter or the fall that we don't have. Hey, Daisy Jones, how are you? Bullseye in the house. Prissy, how are you? I hope you are good. Betty's lawyer. Betty's lawyer, is your bar license active? I just need to know. Oh, God. Hi, True Seeker. How are you? All right, I'm running now. Hi, Stitchin. How are you? Wolf Rider, aka I do believe Rachel Wolf would be your alter ego. Listen, I often find myself saying, like, yesterday, I'm always torn where Betty's concerned, because I'm not a shrink, but you don't have to be to know that Betty has been insignificant and powerless insignificant. She has been insignificant her whole shitty life. She has no accomplishments, blah, blah, blah. What happened yesterday and any day that she can get real media, not like her and her janky ass illiterate media press pass. All of that is what she wants, because in my opinion, she's not a fucking normal person like you and me. You know, the normal people who work, pay their taxes, and do everything. And it's not even difficult to do, but you make it a point of not showing up on the evening news or fucking getting arrested. Okay. And Betty, honey, don't get it twisted. You do not appear on the news, and people do not talk about you for any good reason. You are a fucking weirdo who craves attention in any respect, in any way you can get it. Good, bad, indifferent. I mean, you've been, I'm sure your entire life, anybody who's had interaction with you, well, I was going to say they were probably, you were just an ambivalent figure, but no, that's probably not right. And I always do. I always have this conflict because we are all giving her exactly what she wants. When I found out that there was legit media there, I was more pissed about that than, well, she just infuriates me for any number of reasons. But it's rewarding her for being the scumbag that she is. Betty has never contributed a fucking thing to society in any meaningful way. She's sucking off the public teat. I'm almost positive, and if I'm wrong, I will issue a mea culpa and stand corrected. But I am pretty certain that Betty is collecting disability. We know the bitch parks in handicapped parking spots. And I do remember when she first showed up on the scene, before she knew certain things she probably shouldn't talk about. I remember her talking about being on disability for all her issues. Bitch, I've got degenerative disc disease. Every disc in my neck, except for the top cervical disc, is herniated. You don't, I promise you, I'm not on disability and I don't have a handicap placard on my car. And so she's just a fucking drain on society. And people like her have found a way to take their classless selves and their like, I don't know how to paint the distinction. I don't even need to. I'm over explaining this. She's a fucking loser who gets off on showing up on the evening news, even though it's not for any good reason. And for all of you that think that she's doing something to help find Sebastian, including his fucking clown of a father, yeah, I have given that man every benefit of every doubt, but I'm sorry, you, sir, you go against the mother of your child to stand next to that fat ass piece of shit, Bullhorn Betty, who absolutely, at least from where the judge is sitting and from where the rest of us normies are sitting, she has stalked and harassed and more the mother. Forget about her being your ex-wife. She's the mother of your child. Y'all are going to be in each other's lives forever. Long after fucking bull skank, bull scum Betty is hopefully, sitting in a jail cell somewhere. You stand with her against the mother of your child? You're disgusting. You are it. I have given that man every benefit of every doubt, but I tell you what, yesterday fucking took the cake. And sir, what exactly is she doing to help find Sebastian? The fucking skank sits in a bed. Oh, and now she's got a new position, like, come hither for the ugly set. I mean, are you kidding me right now? She has done nothing but bastardize your son's case. And she will continue to. And I knew from the beginning. You want her involved? That told me everything I needed to know about you quite a while ago. But I gave every benefit of the doubt. No more. And I feel so sorry for Katie. I agree, little Irish girl. It is. I can't imagine what she's going through. I mean, my God, it is bad enough to have You have a child that's missing. You've got every fucking clown on the internet who knows absolutely nothing about, the real, what's really going on with the case file. I only see two parents. One the biological, one the step parent. For those of you that, want the distinction made. And that's fine. I don't mind doing that. Seth is his father. But I only see two sets of two parents, not two sets, two parents, a mother and a stepfather that have the class and the dignity to not be involved in the whole fucking social media circus. And what exactly? Where is Betty gonna find Sebastian? The only place I ever see the bitch is in a bed, a fucking drive-through, or bitching in her car about something. So where's she gonna find him? At the McDonald's drive-through window? It's just, and it makes me sick that people look at her and her disgusting, depraved fucking behavior and say things like, well, she's keeping Sebastian's name out there. He's got parents to do that. So fuck her supporters. Like this. Look at Summer Wells' case and what those clowns did to that case. Okay. We thought Summer Wells was an absolute shit show of epic proportions. This makes that look like child's play. It's awful. And to have people applauding her bullshit. So, listen, I am always torn that speaking on her and giving her more attention and oxygen than she deserves by about 99.5%. I think I've said what Betty would represent in my real life. She'd be cutting my grass. Okay. So I am always torn, and I hate to give her what she wants. But on the other hand, hey, first and foremost, if I can build a channel by standing on that skank's neck with my 6-inch Louboutins, all the better. She should serve some useful purpose, because after all, Betty, I think it's a fair trade, because hey, I'm paying taxes. My husband and I pay taxes, so dirtbags like you don't have to. Yeah, you can sit at home playing, illiterate journalist, detective, activist, advocate, mechanic, chef, electrician, plumber, you name it. She does it. She plays it. And like all things she does, she plays the role quite badly. But, be that as it may. Yeah, I just hate that we're all giving her exactly what she wants, but we all know it's not good attention. So if I can help build my channel standing on her neck, perfect. And more importantly than that, truly the most important is if even one single person at any time hears something I say and decides, you know what? Well, that chick is definitely 1,000 times smarter than Betty, 1,000 times better spoken. Well, yeah, and she's also much hotter and better dressed. Not that those matter, but if anybody heard anything I said and sat back and thought, you know what? I hadn't thought of it that way until now. And you know what? That little crimes and fashion bitch, I think she's right. So I get it. Trust me. I am always conflicted about, giving And not just me, but everybody who feeds into her bullshit, because the only fucking reason that we know who this loser is. I mean, ask yourself this. Did you know Bullhorn Betty at any point in your life before YouTube Krama? No, you did not. But then I also say to myself, you know what? All these other people who talk about her, well, they're not going to stop talking about her. She's not going to stop doing the bullshit she does. So what good would it be for me to stop? And I've, trust me, been there, done that. I've made that speech more than once, that I was done talking about Betty, that I wasn't going to give her what she wants. Because make no mistake, kids, this is all she wants. Because she's fucking empty inside. So nothing that's meaningful in life, none of the normal things that fill me and you up, like real relationships with real flesh and blood people, careers, children, charitable work, etc. She doesn't make those kinds of connections. So she doesn't give a fuck if all the attention we give her is negative. Hold on one moment, please. Some information is coming to the bat phone. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Sorry, I went off on my little. Betty just brings it out in me. Oh, God, she is a bag of shit. But here's what I know. I know that every dog has its day, and Betty is very reckless because she has no self-control. She has zero impulse control, and she's stupid. And that's not a good combination. And that is the reason that she is standing in a courtrooms across the country. So she will fix her own wagon eventually. It will not happen, I wouldn't imagine, as fast as the rest of us would like it to, but trust me, it will. And as my husband pointed out yesterday, she's an unaccomplished fucking nobody, and the world is full of Bettys. And he's right. There's a Betty in your neighborhood. There's a Betty in the grocery store you're shopping in, a whole bunch of them. They just don't have they don't have a microphone, or maybe they do, but that's the only thing that sets her apart from all the other lowlife in the world. She's one of many. She's just found a way by behaving like an out of control white trash loser with a really big fucking mouth. She's found a way to get attention, and she ain't about to let go of it easily. So, but have no fear. And you know what? I think we all know. Let's just say we all know what it is that took Al Capone down. Now, I don't see that happening in Betty's case as far as tax evasion, because nothing would surprise me, but I didn't mean it in the strictest sense of what took Al Capone down. Well, it was tax evasion. And what took John Gotti down? I think that was that also financial? Or I know somebody wore a wire. Didn't Sammy the Bull wear a wire? At any rate, the point is, both of the aforementioned, Al and John, can I call you Al? Can I call you John? Both of them, much smarter than Betty. But, involved in a lot of shady, dirty dealings. And it wasn't necessarily the things they were known for that took them down. And in Betty's case, I don't think it'll be tax evasion, although nothing would surprise me. But rest assured, something will, some intervening force or factor will come into her life, probably because of her own, she'll bring it on herself because it'll be something she's done that she will piss someone off who is going to know. I heard a woman talking the other day, and I don't want to get into all of the Sebastian, when Betty got arrested. I don't want to get into all of that, but let's just say it sounds like there's somebody that she really pissed off that feels like they've had some of their civil rights, because Betty, bitch, you aren't the only one who has civil rights. I know you think you are, but you're not. And much like everybody else who crosses your path, I feel like the only people who get in bed with Betty are other scummy people, because scummy people do scummy things. I mean, if you want some, like a lot of rich people through history, well, they don't want to get their own hands dirty. So a lot of times they'll go to some scummy person, either themselves or usually via a third party. So I rest assured she's gonna we've all said forever, she's gonna meet the right one day. And I have no doubt. Okay, is there commentary with that, Crazy Nurse? Because I don't particularly want to play her commentary. But I'm trying to think where I saw that. Oh, Granny's Watching had it. And it was, I believe, it was her stream from yesterday, and she did it with Jay. Let me look in my... Y'all bear with me 1 minute here. I want to tell Crazy Nurse, and I bet she can find this for me. Okay, wait a minute. Let me look up Granny's Watching, because I think I watched it on my just my regular Lisa channel instead of... Okay, hold on. Okay, Crazy Nurse, if you go to Granny's Watching, and it is her video from 12 hours ago, and it's pretty soon into the stream. Can you see? I think you'll be able to see their call sign on the network, and then I can find it that way. I would appreciate it. All right. I'm almost there. Hi, Haley Hopes. How are you? Oh my God. I heard that and my head almost blew off my shoulders. What a shitty, horrible, hateful, hurtful thing to say. I mean, this is the biggest bunch of fucking low class, like, and I'm not going to go into the, anybody who's ever listened to me knows that when I say you need to love your kids more than you hate your ex-spouse, I'm not just talking out my ass. That's not just some platitude. I lived that. I had a very contentious, it wasn't so much the divorce part. It was the paying child support part that my ex-husband found so difficult to do. And as such, we were in court a lot. But any meaningful event in my son's life, my ex-husband was always there. I could be in court with him, and this is no, this actually happened. I could be in court on a Wednesday, and Friday he'd be standing in my kitchen while my son celebrated some milestone. And, about, I'd say maybe about 2 years ago, if even that long. No, it wasn't that long. About 14, 16 months ago, my ex-husband was here in my house for a large family party, something for my son. And all these years later, we can still, he will always be in my life, always. It's on the outer fringes, but he's going to always be in my life. And the same holds true for Chris and Katie, and for anybody that has a child, even if it wasn't your spouse, whoever, baby mama, baby daddy. And to say something so disgusting, I mean, it's just, I have never seen such a lack of class, some kind of like moral compass, ethical, anything. Like, you don't have to say every damn thing that rolls between these two things. This right here, this is supposed to be your speed bump. Yeah, your brain is supposed to be the speed bump that intervenes between this and this. And it was just, I cringed when he said that. I was just like, my God. Just gross, just horrible. He doesn't have to. And how about this? Even if he believes that she had something to do with Sebastian's disappearance, okay, well then say nothing. But what you don't say is that. Low life, low class. All right. Hey, Pink Stripe, how are you? It's nice to see you. Hi, Corrine. He does. My husband is. And I'll tell you what, he's usually right. It pisses me off sometimes. I'm like, damn, he's right. Yeah. Dr. Crimes in Fashion is. I realized today I was not giving that man his due. I'm like, I always call him Mr. Crimes in Fashion. I should be calling him Dr. Crimes in Fashion. Not that kind of doctor. Oh, I wish. Oh. Hey, Cynthia, how are you? All right. Hello, Sharon. Oh, it's raining in Vancouver. Well, it is not raining in Florida today, and it's, oh God, it's very humid. Oh, I bet it's getting cold in Vancouver too. Oh my God, I love this name. Feminem. Oh my God, brilliant. I love it. Oh, you are very sweet, Feminem. I'd have given myself a shameless compliment plug if I'd have looked down one more compliment. Listen to me, one more compliment, one more chat. I appreciate it. You're very kind. Okay, WKRN. Thank you, Haley. Thank you so much. That is it. Let me write that down because my memory. I'm old. What can I say? All right, WKRN. I knew it was W something. Hey, Amberly, how are you? Oh God. Honestly, and y'all, you guys know more about this case than I do. I promise you. I don't follow this case. And it's not because I don't care. I do care. And I hope to God that Sebastian is found alive and well. I truly do. But I don't follow this case because of all the scum on, in the middle of it, on the fringes, all the fucking bad actors, just the YouTube creators, and not all of them, but the ones at the top of the tragedy pimp grifter food chain. I mean, honestly, I can't. It's just I'm not exaggerating or lying when I tell you guys that the only way I can watch Betty is when I get to yell at her when I'm reviewing her. That is the truth. Well, I only do that when I'm live. So I don't see, or whatever I see on a clip channel. But I don't follow this case because I just find it each hi Andy, how are you? Each missing child that one of these morally bankrupt fucking tragedy pimp YouTubers, each case that they get their grubby mitts into, like, do you think they sit around at the annual tragedy pimp board of directors meeting, the annual shareholder meeting? Do they sit around and come up with ways to improve the what do you call that thing? Rubric. Do you think? Fuck no, they don't even know what a rubric is. I mean, most of them would probably think that a rubric is a square with different colored stickers on it, that a cube that you're supposed to match all the colors together. Yeah, but seriously, it's like, well, let's see. Okay, let's see. Bullhorn Betty, what's I see you've got 87 and a half shares. What do you think about adding some new criteria in the rubric for each subsequent missing child case that comes up, that just to help all of us get a little piece of the pie? I mean, it's just disgusting. But yeah, each subsequent case just gets more and more out of control. They make a mockery. I mean, and it's not just the YouTubers in this one. You've got the damn one of the parents fucking right there, rah cheerleading on the sidelines, helping to make, like, what exactly? This is what I want to do. What I want to know. Any of you out there, and this is a show. I'm going to do this. In fact, I'm going to write it down before I forget. Anybody who is a fan of, did my pen just die? Oh God, what's his name? He's cute as can be. Conservative podcaster. I can't believe I can't think of his name. Anyway, he's got a show called Change My Mind, where he goes to usually college campuses, and it's usually like woke versus not woke, social justice warriors. And he sits down at like a card table. It's very low production, low budget. Hey, Cinnamon Hot. He, they pick a topic, and then he invites people to come up, sit down next to him, and try and change his mind on whatever the topic or the person is. I want to do that with Betty. We'll do it at night. I think I'll do like a thumbnail pretty in advance. I'll do a couple community posts. I'll ask other people to share it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to have a change my mind about Betty, where I want Betty supporters to come get on panel and listen. When I tell you that I give you my word that I will treat you with the utmost respect, as long as you give me that, I will give that to you. Hell, I'll probably give you more than you deserve, because I'm not going to give up my dignity or my decorum over some Bullhorn Betty fan. No. But I want to know. I want you to come and tell me where I'm wrong. And I want you to change my mind, or at least try. Won't that be fun? What is his name? Revival. I've been thinking about doing it for a while. Crowder. Yes. Steven Crowder. Yes. Hey, Fallon Tiffany. How are you? Yep, that's him. Yeah. So we're going to do that. All right, kids. Let's look at the news interview first. What was it? WKRN. And then we'll go to Betty's. We'll go right to the set of Bullhorn Betty's latest. Like, I don't know. I was like, damn, is she on OnlyFans? Is she getting into the adult entertainment? Is this like an audition tape? What? Like, I've never seen her. Now she's too lazy to even sit up in her bed. Oh God, the vapors. I need the vapors. Oh, it was such a hard day in court. Laying down, looking face up. Oh, Betty. Like most of your angles, that's not a good one. Okay. Let's see. WKRN. WKRP in Cincinnati. Okay, there we go. Nashville news. All right, let's search. But we'll search Bullhorn Betty. Yes, I accept all your cookies. Hold on, Al. I'm watching it to see if this is. Nope, that's not it. Okay, check my email. We'll do that right now. Something tells me the link is in the email. Thank you so much, my friend. All right, I'm going to pull it up because I don't want to show your email. Obviously. Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm going to let the ad play first. Oh God. It's the guy from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I forget his name. I always liked him. The guy with the gray hair. All right. Thank you. This is it. All right, folks. Hold on. Let me share that. Present. Share screen. All righty. Make sure it's showing. Okay. All right.
And a missing boy's parents appearing in court today, but it did not bring them any closer to finding their son. Sebastian Rogers.
No, it didn't, sadly. And nothing that the scumbag that the story is about, Bullhorn Betty, yeah, there's not going to be anything she's going to do that is going to help them find their son. The only thing she is helping is her own checkbook balance. There was something else I wanted to say.
Rogers disappeared from Hendersonville back in February. His family was in the courtroom.
He's so cute.
Today for a YouTuber.
Okay, I hate this right here. I hate that they showed any of that, but I do like the fact that it's all blurred out. Like, don't give that skank a plug like this.
Accused of harassing and stalking Sebastian's mother and step-grandparents. Now, in order of protection, banned Andra Griffin, who's also known as Bullhorn.
Ooh, look at her looking full on like, oh, I'm shocked. She looks like she just ate a plate full of sour owl shit. Yes, she does. Oh, and be sure to check the back of Betty's. Look at the back of her head. I am almost positive. In fact, I'd almost bet my life on the fact that Betty has got a weft. For anyone who doesn't know what a weft is, well, picture this. You've seen it. You just may not know the word. You know, they come in different lengths, but typically about yay long. And it's got hair sewn onto it. And usually there's clips to get it to attach to your scalp. So what you do is you would take whatever section you want to add length to, you would take it and you would do one of these, and then you would lay the weft down and, you know, clip it in or pin it, however you're going to do it. I wouldn't, if you need hair for a temporary thing, there, it's not a bad, you know, it's a quick, easy, it's not a fix. But, and in her case, when you've got hair that is as damaged as hers is, you do not want to put heat or weight of any kind. So what I think she had a weft of hair that somebody helped put in her head. It looked to me, now I don't see it so much here, but when I saw it yesterday, it looked to me like, and it may just be it's a different camera angle, but it looked to me like she had either she took the time to do it herself, highly doubtful, or somebody, she got a professional blowout, and then they laid either a track or a weft, the same thing, means the same thing, of hair at the back of her head, because you can clearly see it's a different color, although it's a better color than Molly Golightly tried to put her in. Oh God, that was the moment I knew that Molly really hated Betty. Do you remember the hair extensions for their reality TV show, the audition reel? Oh God. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't, want to pick that up. Anyway, so look at the back of her head and you'll see about this much length. That is it's a different color. And not only the color, it's a different, you can tell it looks like it's shiny, but not shiny like, oh, look at that nice, healthy hair. No, shiny like a synthetic hair weft will be, because it's kind of like, the Elsa wig. It's plastic. So look at that. God, look at her. Just, sour owl shit.
Betty from having any sort of contact with the family, directly or indirectly. Court document.
Oh, that's up for interpretation. You guys are all just stupid and don't know what you're talking about. Learn the law. You too, judge. Learn the law.
Documents also claim she violated that. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry was in the Sumner County courtroom to try to get both sides of this story.
Well, you've already gone wrong, because Betty only wants one side, and that's hers.
Ashton Rogers' mother, stepfather, and step-grandparents have largely remained out of the media.
Is it just me? Why is the resolution so bad on this? That's weird.
But they claim Bullhorn Betty has stalked and harassed them. The courtroom was split today into two sides, the YouTuber and Sebastian's father.
Look at Betty with her fucking white trash entourage. It's like she really thinks that she is some kind of celebrity. You're not. You're just a clown.
Seth sat on one side. His mom, Katie, stepfather Chris, and step-grandparents were on the other side. Court documents claim Bullhorn Betty violated the order of protection by mentioning
her complexion. I heard Cluminati say yesterday, I don't know if she was reading a chat. I think she was reading a chat, and it said something like, Betty's complexion looks like the moon landing. It's like, I've always said she looks like she washes her face with an ice pick. I believe, and what Cluminati said, I always wanted to live in Florida, but after looking at Betty's skin, I was like, Betty's skin does not look like that, I don't think, from the Florida sun. I'm born and raised in Florida, lived here my whole 54 years. my skin doesn't look like that. I think that's probably acne scarring. Don't be blaming that on the Florida sun.
The family on a live stream. The brief hearing ended with the judge saying the matters would be heard on October 10th. Seth Rogers tells me it was frustrating to sit
looking like a whole ass clown. I mean, what the fuck? First of all, 1990-ish called, and they want their Shogun Tom Cruise hairdo back. Like, I don't even understand. Like, what? He's maybe this is why he and Betty get along like a house on fire, because they're stuck in another dimension. At least fashion wise, and coming in wearing this size of this cowboy hat, just fucking absurd. I saw pictures of it, stills. And you know what? You know what that told me? I get it. It's like there are men that like to wear cowboy hats. Hey, there's a lot of men who look really good in a cowboy hat. I can tell you this, though. There's not a courtroom around that I've ever known of that allows men or women to wear hats of any kind. So the fact that you wanted to go like rolling up there with this giant ass cowboy hat on, you know what that tells me? That tells me that you're just like Betty. You need attention. Like, were you there for a fucking photo op? Well, we know what you weren't there for. You weren't there to, show solidarity with the mother of your child against this dirtbag YouTuber who's made it her fucking life's mission to make the mother of your child, make her life hell, and everyone, in her family.
sit in a courtroom while his son is still missing.
Yeah, why aren't you out looking? You sitting here in this courtroom was going to accomplish nothing except, I guess, to shove it up your ex-wife's ass. I mean, honestly, I can't overstate or explain anymore how disgusting this whole thing, his whole showing up to support Betty against, and you notice I keep saying the mother of your child, because that's what it's about. It's not about your ex-wife. That would be a different story. If there was no child involved and this was just, between your ex and your, I don't know, maybe new friend, that would be an entirely different matter. But it's not. It's the mother of your son. Dirtbag.
Is extremely.
The word is frustrating. It's not frustrating. For the life of me, when did we get to a point? This might be another reason he likes Betty so much. When did we get to a place where the word frustrating is difficult to say? It's frustrating. There's an R.
That I have to come here to support somebody, which I don't mind coming to support somebody that's supporting my goal of finding my son.
What exactly are you two doing to support your goal? And that's you couldn't have taken one day off in supporting Betty. The classy decision would have been just to sit this one out. Just send Tic Tac, fucking whatever that dumbass's name is. Yeah, you could have sended him in your steed.
The fact that I have to come here because four people, want to put restraining order against somebody who's just trying to.
Well, the bitch isn't looking in your fucking windows with night vision glasses at 3 a.m., is she? Maybe you'd feel differently if you were on the receiving end of that bitch, and trust and believe you will be. So I hope you're taking good notes and paying close attention, because you will find yourself on the wrong side of her. She has no meaningful relationships in her life for any extended period of time. Wonder why that is.
To find my son, and yet Sebastian is supposed to be her son as
He
well.
is her son. God, you're disgusting. Honestly, fuck you for that. On behalf of all the mothers out there who've ever had an ex-husband or a baby daddy that disrespected the shit out of them when probably not doing his share of the heavy lifting. So yeah, fuck you for that.
Seth added that he believes Andrea is only exercising her First Amendment right and has not done anything illegal.
Oh, are you a legal scholar too, Seth? Or has Betty been teaching you the law? Don't listen to what Betty says.
I also spoke with Sebastian's stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, who says he has no comment at this time.
That's because he's got a lot more sense and dignity than the rest of them.
In Gallatin, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
Yeah, maybe because Chris and Katie are, I don't know, like the normal thinking people of the world. And they know that inviting this circus into your life, it's really probably not going to achieve much, except inviting a bunch of losers into your life and your business. And by the way, if all of you YouTubers that are so involved in this case, if all of you are so effective and doing such a great job, well, why haven't you found the child? Yeah. I'll wait. Oh, yeah. Fuck her, too. Ooh, I don't want to say that. Yeah, Laura can have that. I'll wait. Yeah, no. I wouldn't bother waiting. Okay. We got rid of that. Now, that honestly, that was so, you know what? I have kept my mouth shut about him, about my thoughts on him. I've given him every benefit of the doubt, despite the fact that I felt like early on I knew what he was about. And the minute he decided to get involved with Betty, like I knew. Dude, you've just told me everything I need to know about you. But I still tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, tried to put myself in his shoes. And I still have sympathy for the man. I still want him to find his son. All that being said. But I tell you what, after that bullshit yesterday and standing against the mother of your child so you can sit with that scumbag Betty, that was it for me. Like, done. You're not getting the benefit of the doubt from me anymore. I can tell you that. You don't deserve it. Okay, not that he cares. He doesn't know I'm alive, and trust me, I'm good with that. I'm quite fine with that. I'm not like Betty. It seems to me like like I told Betty this morning. Betty, you girl, you're winning. Yes, you're winning YouTube. Well, this is for Betty and for all the people that all the YouTube terrorists that think because they've managed to find a bunch of stupid people, maybe dumber than them, to follow them and give them money and fund their low budget lifestyle. Good for you. Congratulations. Yeah, I'll go ahead and win at life. Y'all can have the YouTube. Yeah, this is just a little old hobby for me. Oh my God, Haley, I did hear this. Like, I'm glad. I'm very glad that he was not hurt or anyone else. Oh, you know what we need to do? Hold on a minute. Only because oh, this one's written down in my notes, but I heard Betty mention her name again, and I was like, oh my God, that's right. I need to fashion police her. Megan Fox. Oh my goodness. Hello, Law Lols. Yeah, you are absolutely correct. It's the exception when they act like, you know, when they love their child more than they hate each other. I mean, unfortunately, I think it's more common to not be able to do that. And honestly, it shouldn't be so hard, because if you love your child and you just have a little bit of maturity, well, you must understand that when you shit talk the other parent, well, you're shit talking your part of your child, and that's how they feel about it too. We're gonna pull her up just real quick. I just want to see, because anybody that Betty sings the praises of, I'm pretty much automatically gonna think she's a bag of shit. I have to laugh though. I saw her, Queen Bee played one of this Megan Fox's. She just played a clip, and the girl had her, like mine said. What does mine say? Lisa. What? Wait a minute. Let me unpin that. Lisa, aka Jaja, hers says Megan Fox, and then in parentheses, not that one. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sure everybody was very confused and thought you were that one. Yeah, no. And it's not just because one's blonde and one's not. Oh my God. Oh, yes, here she is. Let me, I just want to pull her up real quick. I just want to show you one of her thumbnails. We're not going to do it now, but oh God almighty. Wow. Hold on here. Let's look at her videos. Apparently she's a fan of Sex and the City, because she pretty much took over the phrase "and just like that." She likes to use that. I saw the one that QB was playing, y'all. She had a candle sitting next to her. And I'm looking at her going, honey, one false move and your shellacked hair, like it's going to catch on fire. So please do not put your flammable hair too close to that candle. And she's got this cluttered ass. It looks like she's sitting in front of a janky ass closet with just shit everywhere. I'm like, my God, you don't even know where to look. How dare you blasphemy? Sex in the City. Oh my God, look. This must have been the closet she had open. Oh my God. No, this cannot be. Hold on a minute. I'm going to share with the class. Let's share. Oh, here we go. Add it to the stage. Okay. This right here, back here. The one I saw, this appeared to be open. And in the one I'm looking at over here, half the slats look like they're not even firmly in place. Who the hell does she have a picture of back there? Oh, seriously? Like you're mixing cocktails next to you? What? Wow. That's interesting. Yeah, usually. Oh, this one. Oh God, honey, I promise you, nobody's confusing you with Megan Fox. I wish I could. I was trying to see if I could find the thumbnail that had the candle. Oh, gee. Is this? I wonder if this is where Betty got Inspiration for the bed stream. Look at her. Oh my God. Is she another one that likes to stream from the bed? Oh, Jesus. So what is this bitch's deal? Does she fancy herself like oh, is she like the police, the morality police? Oh God. Yeah. Okay. I'll find a good one to review. We're not going to do it now, but I wrote her down again so I don't forget her again. Hey Zen, how are you? Hey Hazel Eyes. Did I say hi, Hazel? I don't think I did. Hi, Cambry. Gina Marie, how are you? Okay. All right. Let's get to said nobody ever. We're gonna take that one down. All right. Let me go back to my email because I emailed myself. Oh no, actually, I think it's in my history. It is. Oh, Jesus God. All right. I don't want the clipper. I want. Oh, here we go. I hope this is the right one. Let me get through Betty's ads first because, of course, Betty's got to have, she needs those shekels. Oh, this is hilarious. The ad. Okay. This is comical. The first ad that shows up. Hold on. I'll share. How ironic. Put it right in the ironic file, along with the fact that Betty's fake press pass couldn't have got her streaming access to her own case yesterday. And now another one for the irony file. Hold on. The ad that I was trying to spare you guys. It's for Stuart Weitzman. If Betty's very life depended on it, she couldn't tell you who Stuart Weitzman is. Stuart Weitzman is a shoe designer, and actually makes really nice shoes. I do have some Stuart Weitzman. I just don't wear, like, my mother is a big fan of Stuart Weitzman. I don't have a lot of Stuart Weitzman, only for the fact that he doesn't tend to make heel heights as high as I like them. He does some, but for the most part, I'd say maybe 2 to 3 inches, probably 3 inches tops out the top end of the heel height in Stuart Weitzman's offerings. But Stuart Weitzman makes very good quality shoes. It just makes me laugh because I promise you Betty has absolutely no
evening.
Okay, so here's my first question right off the bat. We don't want to see your stupid chat. First question right off the bat. Did Betty wear her pajamas to court, or is she wearing court clothes to bed? Yeah, do you see how the hair looks totally different than it did in court? Although, I don't know, that could have something to do with the fact that the cow's fucking laying on her back. Like, who does this? Who live streams in their bed, number one? But now she's too fucking lazy to even sit up. Now she's got to be like, y'all, I almost took a little video of when I was making my bed this morning, because I have, let me see. I have either 17 or 18 pillows, throw pillows that I put on my bed every day. I also wake up to a beautiful, like, 6, is it 6 or 8? I think it's 6 tiers of a chandelier in my pretty tray ceiling above my head every morning. I was like, I should take a little short video and put this on my community post to show Betty what a real pretty bed looks like. And then I was like, I had monogram pillows up there, and I'm like, oh shit, I'll have to take those down because I don't necessarily want those up. And then there were, I keep pictures on the side of on our nightstands, bachelor's chest with, and I was not going to undecorate my room just to prove a point, but I looked at this and I was like, oh my God, you act like you're sitting in my bed live streaming. You could pull it off in my bed because I have all this. I should take a picture. I have two of the most gorgeous, completely blinged out pillows, but they do not, I don't know why, but you cannot get the sparkle to pick up on. It's even hard to get it to pick up on video, and still pictures, forget it. All right. So what do you think? Do you think she wore her court clothes to bed or vice versa? I say anything is possible. We're back to the tsunami wave. Oh my God. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commentary, education, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use that might otherwise be considered infringing, unless, of course, it's HBO. Fuck you, HBO.
I went on TikTok, and of course, the people on TikTok.
Oh, don't the people at TikTok hate you? Isn't that why you came to YouTube? Because the people of TikTok busted you out about your criminal record?
I was sitting in a parking lot and got hit for dangerous acts. Oh.
Well, anytime you leave your bedroom, could be considered a dangerous act.
That's all right. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Just throwing that out there.
And as with most things, you speak fucking nonsense. What is that supposed to mean? I got shut down for dangerous acts while trying to stream on TikTok from a parking lot. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Really? Are you going to shut down the TikTok? I know it's TikTok. I call it TikTok. Are you going to shut down the TikTok? Like when the president gets in his car, the CEO, when he gets in his car, are you going to shut him down? Like, what do you mean? Because that makes absolutely no sense.
It was awfully funny today because, we went into court.
There was nothing funny. It was all gross.
We're all ready. We have our head held high.
We could barely see Seth's fucking big ass head for his cowboy hat. Tony's fucking chrome dome. You can see that from space. And your melted lint. I mean, who had their head held high? I saw you looking like you just ate a plate of sour owl shit.
And it sounds like a lot of butthurt Bettys out there right now,
As I explained this morning. For anybody who thinks Betty had a win, Betty didn't have a win. Betty got a continuance. It is very common in court, both civil and criminal. It's very common. In fact, I would have been more surprised, while I, like everyone else, was hoping that she was going to get a little bit of her karma yesterday. Don't worry, it's coming. It just got delayed. I would have been more surprised had it not been delayed.
No, because they didn't what they want. They're going to be
didn't get delayed very long.
You guys should just come over to the Bullhorn Betty channel if you want the real.
The bitch, you wouldn't know real if it slapped you in your ugly face.
At the end of the day, we give you guys the truth. We don't have to manipulate the truth for anything.
As with the real, you wouldn't know the truth if it smacked you in your ugly face.
And you were going to find out everything I said, a month ago is.
I also heard you say your pretty little face would never be in court. First of all, I don't know who told you you're pretty. They lied. And yeah, your ugly mug very much was in court.
To come to fruition. Hey, me and you, Kendra, Natalie, it's nice to see you all.
Oh, she sounds so sincere.
Oh, Jailhouse Betty is
Oh, wait. Before we go on, I have to pull up something I sent to myself because you guys have to see this. It was the thumbnail, I believe, of Burnt Toast. Or was it a community? Oh, no, it was a community post. Hold on. Stand by. I'm sorry. Y'all have to see this. Betty's boobs. Okay, Betty wants to be me. It's very obvious. Honey, the things that make me, which is what's in here and what's right here. No, not what's in my cups. What's right above my cups. Yeah, you don't have any of that, so you can never be me. Even if you found a magician with a very skilled wand, yeah, no, it's not going to happen for you. Sorry. But keep, hey, I can appreciate the fact that you try and emulate me every chance you get, poorly. But I saw this and I was like, is she like, wow. Okay. Posts. Oh, wait a minute. Please tell me it's, damn it. Well, you're not going to see it as good as you would without the red line because I'm on a desktop, not my phone. Stand by. Oh my God. Betty, girl, you cannot pull this off. Okay. And you actually look like you have udders. Okay. That are crying out to be milked. I want you to look at this. Ma'am, as I told you in the comments, I've already told the ACLU, I'm sorry, I've already told your udders how to get in touch with the ACLU because they are crying out for justice, just like you're always crying out for justice for all your clients. Yeah, those udders, they're crying out for justice along with your murdered hair. And I gave them the number to the ACLU. Now, justice for your udders is going to come in the form of a bra. The hair, that's a more complicated issue. But yes, and if I could, the way I was able to look at it on my phone, because this is too zoomed in, but like when you're on your phone and you look at an image from a community post and you can touch the picture and you get the zoomed view and then the regular view. I guess this is zoomed. I wanted more of the full picture. God, Betty, like, girl, the last time I saw somebody rocking this look outside of the confines of a beach or a pool, yeah, like I can see Betty running into the 7-Eleven at, 10 o'clock at night to pick up a pack of, Salem menthols and a Red Bull. Like, oh my God, who fucking does this? At least mine are where they're supposed to be. Mine is cleavage. Yours are udders. That's one of the many differences between me and you, Bets. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming. I was sorry to break in with that message from our sponsor. Oh yes. Oh God, that's what I was thinking. Do you think those two are doing the deed? Like, oh my God, oh God, the thought of that is enough to make me throw up in my mouth. Whoa, God. I wouldn't be surprised. Betty, it's not professional to mix business with pleasure. Oh, that's right. You don't have business or pleasure. Okay, never mind. Point taken. Okay. Am I back to full screen? I think I am. Yes. Okay. All right. Carry on, bitch.
Free again. Free. I say free. Tammy, it's nice to see you. Stephanie, housewife, it's nice to see you.
Betty hasn't been this happy since her last strangling charge was dismissed.
see you, Donna. Bonnie's Journey, it's nice to see you guys. Bobby, Reality Wins. Nicole, Holly, it's nice to see you. Arky.
It's Betty's roll call of shame.
Come on in. We're going to be talking about this.
No shit, Betty. It's the only thing you talk about. What else would you be talking about?
We're on the case of Sebastian Rogers.
Fucking quantum physics? Yeah, I don't think so.
Rogers, a 15-year-old child that disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and has not been seen again after being locked inside.
Fucking crazy eyes. Why are you making those serial killer eyes? Can I just ask you? Like, I don't get it. What is that about? Betty's. Wow. I want to know how Betty lost weight. I was thinking to myself, God, it must suck to like have to go on Ozempic or special coffee. I don't know. Whatever. And like that's your end result. Oh my God. That's definitely not a product endorsement.
The home securely. He evaporates into thin air and nobody's
No, nobody's claimed he evaporated in there.
seen him since. So,
What the fuck is she watching? I see a reflection in her glasses. I don't think she's watching herself because she wouldn't know. She wouldn't have been able to like me. I don't know. Could she? She couldn't mirror from her phone to the TV, could she? I doubt it.
Only one content creator is being picked on.
That's
right?
because there's only one psycho that's fucking appears to be stalking them.
Only one content creator is being picked on. It seems awfully strategic. The one.
Oh yes, Betty, you're right. It's because you're the smartest and the best at everything. What the fuck have you actually achieved ever? Oh, nothing. Okay.
Content. And I don't even like being called a YouTuber. It drives me nuts when they call me a YouTuber.
Then by all means, please feel free to leave and be a TikToker.
I'm not a YouTuber. I am on multiple social media platforms. I cover true crime. I'm a journalist.
You are not a fucking journalist. You are barely literate past the 6th to 8th grade. Shut all the way the fuck up. You are not, I repeat, not a journalist.
I am a victim rights.
If you're a journalist, well, then I guess I'm a Pulitzer fucking prize winning journalist, Betty.
Victim right advocate. I'm an activist.
No, you're an advocate for your checkbook.
Of political leanings and activists for children. We do.
You give zero fucks about any adult missing people. You only care about children because you know children along with puppies. Oh, you know, like your prop, Delilah. Yeah. You know that children and animals, well, they tug at the heartstrings. Not that you would know anything about hearts.
Do a lot for our cases, a lot, but the constant.
Like what? You and your fucking flyers and your little posters that you make that look like the product of an all-night slumber party with puffy paint and glitter glue. Oh, and then there's the t-shirt maker to the stars selling her ugly, shitty looking quality t-shirts for probably, I know they're way too much money. But that's probably because, Betty, does she have to give you a little kickback, Sonia, the t-shirt maker to the stars? Just wondering. So, because from where I'm sitting, that's the only fucking thing you do for anybody. You get flyers that nobody fucking looks at because that's a thing of the past. And you pimp your top mods' shitty t-shirts.
Constitution is what we lean on the most in my business. The Constitution.
You don't have a business because you don't have a job. If you mean you lean on the Constitution because you're a raging bitch whose mouth gets ahead of her brain and her fists do the talking, at least in your past anyway. That's how, yeah, Betty's favorite amendment would be the 5th. You know, you have the right to remain silent.
And the Constitution should not be infringed upon from our government. And that's exactly what we're facing right now is this infringement. And as you guys know, I am pushing back very hard on this very specific constitutional infringement.
Well, if I had to make a guess, I would say that's because you probably share a lot of the traits of an affliction known as oppositional defiant disorder. Now, I'm not diagnosing Betty. These are all just my opinions, and I'm not telling you how you should feel. These are just my opinions, and just based on the traits associated with oppositional defiant disorder. Well, I mean, just saying.
By a local government. And
not your local government
on it because it's unlawful. And at the end of the day, I have a right to talk about a public interest case. And those.
So let me get this straight. The judge who didn't get his JD from Prison U like you did. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Kaiser College. Yeah, he didn't get his JD from Kaiser College either. He's the one who made those restraining orders permanent. He does so. Let me make sure I understand this here. He doesn't understand the law like you do. Okay, good to know.
Those involved in that public interest case, those involved. So we are having a problem, you know, at the end of the day, I don't have to say their names. Everybody knows who they are, you know, Mr. and Mrs. No comment, right?
Because that is what smart people do. They say, no comment. Dumbass, white trash, nobodies who have an unquenchable thirst for attention like you. Well, they can't stop commenting.
And they were there today. We had when
it's their child. See, this is what's infuriating about her. It's their fucking child. And she acts as if she cares more than they do. Or she has more rights to their child's life and story. I mean, it's sick. You are sick, in my opinion.
The case, when we all kind of went out of the courtroom.
Normal people don't do this kind of shit.
At the end of the day, there was more love people there for Sebastian Rogers than there were for Camp No Comment. And
and Betty's on Ernest Goes to Camp. That's Betty's camp. Ernest Goes to Camp.
Interesting to say the least, because people flew in to think that I was gonna. I tried telling people just don't listen to Bullhorn Betty. I mean,
no, because you're a fucking dumbass moron. You're wrong more than you're right. So you're right. People don't listen.
You guys do. You guys are smart. You guys actually have brain cells. But these people are so doped up all the time that they don't even think.
Bitch, I can promise you, I'm not a junkie. I'm not a felon. And on my worst day, I run intellectual rings around you. So don't be talking about what everybody doesn't understand.
And I got to say that I wasn't really pleased with the appearance. You know,
I wouldn't have been pleased with your appearance either if I were you. Although it was better than I've ever seen you make any of your other court appearances, but still subpar.
Our team was looking sharp. We have respect for the.
Your team was looking sharp. Wow. Bitch, you're in my wheelhouse now, and I'm pretty sure I've already explained all the reasons why you are sadly mistaken.
Court, we have the respect for the court of law. And the only
well, you ought to, since you spend a large portion of your life in said courts.
Reason why it was everybody saying, oh my God, I can't believe they got to go back. Well, they chose to hire an attorney like at the final hour, and that attorney had no idea.
I'm pretty sure it was your attorney that wanted a continuance, was it not?
You know what they were doing. He didn't even barely know.
Oh yeah, he didn't know what he was doing. Only Betty knew what he was doing. Betty's the one who had the lawyer that wanted a restraining order dismissed, where it hadn't even been a hearing on it yet. So, oh yeah, okay, Betty, carry on.
Who
Sure.
his clients were. And so he had no information on the case. That's why it was delayed. My attorney was prepared today. My attorney was prepared to argue this today. So it was held over until October 10th, which
Right
sounds
around the
like we're going to
corner.
have a full rehearing. So it's going to be, everybody's going to
Oh, you mean for the one you couldn't be bothered to show up to the first time? Okay.
be under oath, and everybody's going to be testifying on October 10th.
Mhm.
I talked to Tony, and you know what we would like, because I think more people
Tic Tac Tony, the head of the Brain Trust.
will be coming into this hearing, because it's not going to be a cattle call. Like, we were in there with everybody.
Oh, yes, because Betty's special. Yeah, most people don't have 4 or 5 restraining orders taken out against them. So they may need to designate a larger block of time where she's concerned. Only in Betty's world is this equivalent to being important or famous.
This one guy goes up to the podium, and of course, the judge.
Oh,
is like,
now you're going to shit talk the other people that were in there. Oh, this is about to get good.
would you like do you think you need an appointed attorney?
He said, yes, I want that bitch with the bad hair over there. Yeah. And the silver. Oh, yeah. The fucking shitty silver shoes. Yeah. I heard she's a really good, well, I know she didn't go to law school, but she knows the law. Hey, what's your name? Bullskank? Are you available? Judge, can I have her?
And he goes, I don't know, Your Honor. I don't know if I'm going to need it. He's like, well, what's your charge? He said, manufacture or distributing, methamphetamines.
Really? The judge told him that.
And he's like, oh, yeah.
The judge told him he didn't know if he'd need a lawyer. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna need an attorney.
I was gonna say, are you kidding me?
Holy crap.
Well, it says the woman who's had 2 DUIs and been caught with ecstasy, but she just thinks this is the funniest thing in the world.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
There is nothing fucking cringier than a bitch who wouldn't know funny if it punched her in the face. Like, Betty, you're like a trained SEAL. Well, badly trained SEAL that's overperforming. Just stop. It's so cringy.
My goodness. I've got to address something. I was hearing something that cracked me slap up. I hear that there's rumors going around that Tony is a pill popper. That guy is straight as a freaking arrow. And
I haven't heard those rumors myself.
And I'm just like,
I do know that I have always wondered why I have never seen your eyes with anything but pinpoint pupils. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's reasons for that. But like you and I don't travel in the same circles. I don't know anything about Tic Tac Tony, nor do I want to.
Sitting here,
I just know that he thinks
you know what?
great.
It's deflection. It's deflection at the finest, because the people that are saying that are probably most likely, oh, I am Team Summer, the real Me Too, Eagle War, or War Eagle. It's nice to see you guys. It's nice to see you. It was nice seeing Seth hit back today in the media.
Oh, really? Yeah, you would think that because you're fucking Baron Brockovich. Thank God, the good Lord, your guy Jesus, Betty, your guy JC. Thank God, JC never saw fit to make you a mother.
He had an interview, and I thought he did very, very well. I just got to see the interview just a few minutes ago, and I thought he did
like
an excellent job. They wanted.
Oh, what is it? Makeup Mobster calls it golf claps. Great job, Seth. He uttered like 2 fucking sentences, and Betty's waiting to give him a prize.
A comment from Bullhorn Betty, but I had my attorney next to me, and he's like, "You're not going on film, are you?" He's like, "No, let me explain this to you. You're not going." I'm like,
Well, don't you excuse me? Learn the law. I'm Bullhorn Betty, and I never met a camera I didn't like. My adoring public awaits. Betty, boy, you're a lawyer. $2,500 sure went a long way. Bitch, you better get grifting, get grinding. Yeah, all those, because ooh, honey, you're gonna probably buy that dude a car. But well, I mean, she doesn't have any money. She'll have to beg, borrow, steal. $2,500. That's not enough for a lawyer to get in his car and drive to the courthouse.
okay, I won't go. I won't say anything. So
when does that part start?
Today was, it was a which I had anticipated. A lot of people bought tickets to try to see if Bullhorn Betty is going to jail.
Bitch, who the fuck bought a ticket? You could sit on your couch and watch it for free. Who bought a ticket to see Bullhorn Betty go to jail? And sweetie, give it time. It just got delayed. Okay. Just keep on violating.
Oh, well, Jailhouse Betty is not going back to jail. I can almost guarantee that. So if that's what you're coming to look for, and
really, I wouldn't take that bet.
You can't spend any time looking for Sebastian Rogers, then save the money, because you ain't going to get what you want. I heard
you're fucking irrelevant in my life. The only role you play in my life is a couple hours, a few days a week, where I come in my office and, I keep my verbal acuity. I sharpen it with clowns like you.
That people saying about the Prego thing, and I don't know one way or another. I didn't look at him. I didn't see him.
Prego?
To be honest with you, I avoided as much as I could. I looked straight ahead. I talked to the people around me. I could care less about the Yahoo.
How many times am I going to have to tell you this? The correct turn of phrase is I couldn't care less. This is not complicated. I could care less. Well, it's just like it sounds. It would denote that you could care less. What you want to say is, I couldn't care less.
Who's in the courtroom? Plain and simple. I could care less. It seems like a lot of people are angry. They're like, she could just shut her mouth. Excuse me, I have constitutional rights here.
Everybody else also enjoys constitutional rights. You think your rights supersede everyone else's. That's why you get in trouble.
To open my mouth, and that's what I'm fighting right now. So this case is not going to go away, obviously. And
no, I'm sure she's right, because she can't shut her mouth. So no, I'm sure it won't go away.
And
it's not her
we're
money.
We're going to be back on October 10th. I hope everybody's there. I hope the camera crews are there. The camera crews are most likely going to be there, because they know that's the date.
Because you're
that's
famous. Because this
like
is
everybody's going to be
Bullhorn
getting on the
Betty.
stands, and that's going to be.
I'm Bullhorn Betty, and my claim to fame is really shitty hair and getting arrested all around the country.
It's going to be their money shot.
God, you are a basic bitch. Did she just say the money shot? Oh, Betty. No, you appear to be waiting for the money shot.
Getting hearing from the other parties, the petitioners in this matter. And I'm interested in hearing from the petitioners in this matter. But it tells me, in my opinion, it tells me a lot.
Is worth nothing.
Lot about their feelings that they brought an attorney with them, right?
Skank, you brought an attorney with you. They want to make sure. Listen, Betty, unlike you, your average layperson hasn't been arrested fucking a million times. They don't know how to navigate the civil or the criminal justice system. Smart people and people who can afford it, they hire an attorney.
in the final hour. And this attorney literally knew nothing about this. That tells me that they hired him in the final hours. They realized, oh, the oh shit factor.
She knows nothing of what she speaks, as usual.
The oh shit factor is, I think, starting to hit him.
Well, if that's the oh shit factor, what did your fucking hair say when you did that to it? Like, that must be the oh fuck factor.
I saw some pictures, and I got to tell you, evil's the only thing that comes across my mind. Just
it's a miss member of the media. The word is across. It's not across. I mean, and it's funny because I don't know, when I hear the word evil, you kind of come to mind. So
just pure evil, and I'm not going to shake that. And that's just from the pictures that I saw, because again, I didn't look back. I could care less. I looked straight ahead.
You couldn't care less.
When I went up there, I looked straight ahead and kept my mouth shut and let my attorney do all the talking. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Well, you should be, you moron. That's what you're paying it. Or I'm sorry, that's what your subs are paying him for.
There's a reason why we have an attorney. There's a reason why we have a brief.
Yes, because you are dumber than the average bear. And even the average bear doesn't know how to navigate the criminal justice system. And you would think that you would know, since you have been arrested a lot.
Attorney, let me just tell you, my attorney is very good. Okay. Very good.
Okay.
And so we didn't come with
that's good, because you're going to need one that's very good.
We came with a heavy hitter to court.
Oh, it's interesting though that he doesn't seem to know when an issue is, in legalese we like to call it, being ripe. Yeah, he wanted something dismissed before it's even been instated. That's interesting. Yeah, he sounds like a real legal eagle to walk hand in hand into the courtroom with the balding eagle. Perfect. Yeah. And as the judge told him, I can't dismiss something that hasn't happened yet. Yeah. Betty, that issue, well, from my, state college that I have a degree from. Yeah. Well, that would be considered not ripe. What did they call that at Kaiser College? I'm sorry, finance company.
I just want to advise everybody that's in my chat that my attorney is a heavy hitter in that area. So I am.
Yes, Betty has hired Alan Dershowitz. Jesus.
And
wow.
Good.
Heavy hitter. How many people live in that town? 12
hands. And I can assure you what you're being told is not going to be. Remember, you got to go back, rewind, go back, do fact find me.
Jesus, stop making that face.
Fact find me. I remember where I was. It was a 7-minute conversation.
What exactly does that mean, Betty? Fact find me? I think you mean fact check me.
It was a 7-minute conversation, and it was actually, I could.
A 7-minute conversation. Oh, so it's like every Tinder date you've ever met? 7 minutes? 7 minutes in heaven.
How you think the exact date it happened? August 22nd. It's.
Oh, I guess when you only get laid once a year, you probably do remember that date. Oh, I'm sorry. I think we're having two different conversations.
One of the comments I made that got me arrested while I was in Florida. I remember I opened my mouth, and
I don't think it was your comments, but I don't know. I haven't seen the probable cause affidavit.
I got arrested for speaking. So let's make sure we understand.
No. Let's call it like it is. If you did get arrested for speaking, it was because you were legally barred from speaking whatever it was you spoke. Is that enough S's for you?
Understand exactly what I got arrested for. Okay. It wasn't for stalking people. It wasn't for harassing people. It wasn't for threatening people. It was for hashtags and me threatening to civilly sue the people. Obviously,
that sounds like
threat of life.
Okay, Betty.
So there's going to be some
Okay,
major
sure, Jan.
problems with that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, because like Betty knows the law. Betty knows the law. Your Honor, you need to learn the law.
Coming up. Oh, be Betty fans in the house. It's nice to see you, Steffers. Sec 1 or Sec 2. It's nice to see you, love.
Jesus. Sounds
So I'm
Betty,
really
like, what is that? Do you have tuberculosis? What is that? Or is it just from sucking on that fucking whatever that rectangle is in your hand? Wonder, like, does she just smoke cigarettes or does she? I don't know. I think if she smoked weed, she'd be more tolerable. Maybe I should smoke weed.
With the way today went, I really wanted to get it done. I didn't want to come back here for another court hearing. Let's be honest, okay? We wanted.
Well, honey, you better block out like the whole month of October, maybe into November. Oh, wait, you've got court in Illinois too. I gotta say, I don't think I've ever known anybody that's got this many court dates.
To be done. I mean, we wanted it to be done and over with today. Okay. I didn't get what I wanted. But we actually,
by the looks of you haven't got what you wanted in a very long time. Maybe you should change your wants.
We have the October 10th date. And the best part about it is we will have that judge's attention. You know, he won't be confused. There won't be a.
Oh, yes, because you're a celebrity and you want the attention from the judge that is due a woman of your stature. Oh, my God. Did he block the whole day off for you, Bets?
The whole cattle call of people.
Moo. I'm pretty sure there was only one thing in the courtroom that goes by the moniker bull anything, and that would be you. So from where I'm sitting, you're the head bull in the cattle call.
You know, this was there was like literally a lot of people. Everybody's like, look at all the people in the courtroom and all this and that.
Yeah, there's a lot of criminals everywhere you go.
It's like, well, we did have people there for this case and this case only. They changed the rules of the courthouse for our hearing. So they made sure nobody could bring bags in to the whole courthouse because they couldn't.
That's because the last time there was a hearing, someone decided, kind of like you think you're above the law. Well, this person also thought they were above the law. And when you're told, and Betty, this isn't something specific to you. She's full of shit, what she just said. There is no courthouse in the land that is going to allow anyone in the gallery, the spectators, to record said proceedings. So I'm pretty sure that's because the last time someone was covertly recording, even though they were admonished, along with everyone else in the gallery in the beginning of the proceedings, not to do so.
And manage which one went to what courtroom and whatever. Hey, Seth, it's nice to see you. So we ended up not being able to take bags or cell phones in. So I was able to bring my pad of paper because, again, I thought I was going to be sitting at a desk.
Because you're writing the fucking Pelican brief.
Taking notes and being part of my, being very well and in tune with my defense.
Because I'm sure your lawyer loves that. They love nothing more than someone who probably doesn't pay their bill on time and thinks that their legal knowledge is on par with the one who, I don't know, actually has a JD.
Because at the end of the day, I know what happened. You all know what happened because you guys watched it in real time. We know where my commentary is. We know I've never crossed the line with my commentary.
No, bitch. This is all your own fucking self-serving propaganda. From where we are saying you're a fucking menace to society for the most part.
I've never done these people. We know I've never threatened them with any type of weapon.
Well, as usual, you were trying to flex. It was a poorly veiled threat one that you didn't understand because you were talking about reciprocity in the state of Tennessee, and you are such a dumb bitch. You don't even know what that actually means. Yeah. After you just got out of your car like a psychopath, while being behind Mr. Bowersocks, screaming at him about why he's following you. Okay, Betty. Sure, girl. Sure, Jan.
it's like, everything is.
Oh, you'd
is
never threaten anyone.
obvious. I mean,
No, I would agree that you're probably not going to be, you're dumb as wood, but you're probably not as dumb as, what's the hardest kind of wood out there? Well, I don't know. She hasn't seen that probably. Yeah, you're dumb, but you're not dumb enough to come right out and say to someone, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna." No, but you made a very poorly veiled threat to that man.
you can just go to my channel and watch through it. And what do you get? You get me
What do
losing
you
my.
get? You get a poorly spoken, fucking bizarre, disheveled bitch who's LARPing and holding herself out as a whole lot of things that she couldn't possibly be because of experience and or education.
After being stalked, I say some rough around the edges things. So what?
Rough around the edges things. I'm a white trash asshole is equivalent to I see some rough around the edges things. Okay, Jan. Sure, Jan.
I'm allowed to. You know that the Constitution, the First Amendment.
Oh God, here comes Alan Dershowitz, constitutional scholar. Betty, you know less than probably 90% of people know about the Constitution.
Actually allows me to be repugnant.
Yeah. You're right. Check. And you can tell that Betty, someone has pointed Betty in the direction of some, someone told Betty, well, I want you to read, probably her lawyer. Betty has never uttered the word repugnant in her life.
Did you know that? Allows me to breathe. Like, you don't even have to like it. I can.
It's the reason that the Westboro Baptist Church, who I'm still saying, Betty, I think you should consider, at the very least, I think you should consider becoming a member of, because those are your peeps. Yes, it is what allows the Westboro Baptist Church to win, more often than not in court. Yeah, because, and they are definitely repugnant, but being repugnant is not synonymous with crossing over a legal line.
Say something that just makes you just absolutely just repugnant.
Wait a minute. I need to hear that again. I'm going to back it up.
Is obvious. I mean, you can just go to my channel and watch through it. And what do you get? You get me losing my after being stalked. I say
who stalked you, by the way? And are you ever going to come up with proof of who stalked you? Because that's something you've been bitching about for quite a while, but you never cough up the proof.
Some rough around the edges things. So what? I'm allowed to.
It's lack of good upbringing.
That the Constitution, the First Amendment, actually allows me to be repugnant.
Honey, that's who it's designed for. It was written with repugnant in mind. We don't need to. It wasn't written in mind with Holly Hobby. No, it was written with shitbags like you in mind.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Allows me to breathe. Like, you don't even have to like it. I can say something that just makes you just absolutely just repugnant.
I can say something that makes you absolutely repugnant. Oh, I knew she didn't use it properly. Okay, we're going to add this to the list along with bode. Oh God, I can't think of them at the moment, but there's a long. Oh, behoove. I can say something that makes you absolutely repugnant. No, honey, no. You can say something that makes you sound absolutely repugnant. As Betty, we've talked about you trying to use the big words. Honey, I told you, don't try to use the big words until you practiced at home. Come on now.
It's still protected, whether you like it or not. It is still protected speech.
Meet Margaret Sanger. Betty, that's who Betty would like you to think that she is. At one time, I do believe Margaret Sanger was, what did they call her? The most hated woman. I'm going to look that up while we let Betty carry on.
And this was all a distraction because there are several people in a hot seat. And I think they're feeling the pressure and they want to lash out.
From where I'm sitting,
you know, we have, there's like literally.
Hold on, let's see. Margaret Sanger. Oh, she's an American activist. I mean, I just didn't. I know who she is. Betty won't have a fucking clue who she is. I didn't. I don't know. I didn't think of her as an American activist, but I guess, yeah. Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood bets. Look up Margaret Sanger.
Hundreds of people talking about this case, but they wanted to intimidate them by me. But you know what? They should have went with.
Okay, what is that fucking nonsense she just said? Betty, why do you keep scratching your nose? What's going on? We're going to back that up just a little.
Because there are several people in a hot seat.
How big is the seat? I mean, your big ass is the only one I see in the hot seat.
And I think they're feeling the pressure and they want to lash out. You know, there's like literally hundreds of people talking about this case.
Really? Betty, I don't even follow this case. And I know that at very minimum, there's tens of thousands, maybe more. There you go. That's Betty's. This is Betty's very tiny little walnut brain. Actually, I think we're going to have to go down a scale on the nut scale. I had her at walnut. I think we're going down to cashew. Quote, there are hundreds of people talking about this case, end quote. Like, what fucking planet are you on? Do you take yourself all the way out of it, dumbass? How many people do you think are in, we're not even going to take the state of Tennessee. We'll take, is it Hendersonville or Rogersville? I think it's Hendersonville is this one. How many people do you think are in Hendersonville? Well, I'm pretty sure it's more than 100. And Betty says there's hundreds of people talking about this case. Betty, at a bare minimum, there's tens of thousands. Wow. Like, see, it's things like that. I don't know why people fall for this bullshit. Look at her. I mean, Betty's not good off the cuff, which, you know, I guess most of what she does is off the cuff. Hundreds of people are talking about this case. Okay, Betty. Okay, Jan, carry on.
But they wanted to intimidate them by me. But you know what? They should have went with somebody a little different than me because what
in the fuck is she talking about right now? We went now to, there's hundreds of people talking about this case, but they wanted to intimidate people with me, which would denote to the listener in the context of what you're speaking about? Well, somebody who's not dumb like you, it sounds like, based on what you just said, that they, like who? Chris and Katie tried to intimidate people with you. They don't want a fucking thing to do with you. They tried to intimidate people with. No, I think the only people who have tried to, quote, intimidate people with you would be your little entourage, your white trash entourage. So can you clarify, please? Because as usual, when you speak, it's convoluted and I'm lost.
I don't mind going through this walk. I don't mind making sure that the next community I go.
Yeah, you're going to walk in your Payless shoes all the way to the promised land.
Into, they understand that I do have rights and I have a right to be there. And so we are going.
No shit, Sherlock. We, the collective, we're not the ones who don't understand that. You are the one who doesn't understand that. Your problem is you think you are the only ones with the rights and that everybody else can fuck off and take a back seat to Bullhorn Betty. Yeah. You're like the poor man's version of Margaret Sanger. She was just a lot smarter than you. Much more hated, but much smarter.
To go through this entire process. And when we're done, we can tell the haters to go F themselves, right? There's going to be no dispute whether my work.
You don't work.
Is lawful or unlawful, so we can get off that talking.
Oh, okay. Well, Betty, if your work is, oh God, live streaming from your bed while now laying down, well, then I'm your boss, bitch, and I'm the CEO. Can you wear these? No, I don't think you can. Like, I don't even understand most of what she says. My work. You don't work.
Once this is done, it's done.
Well, that just shows more of your ignorance because, honey, when it comes to court, it's never done. Okay? It's never done.
So,
well, let me
this
revise.
Is where we're
let me revise that. Judges make rulings. Assholes like her will continue to violate rulings, and then judge or orders, and then judges will make new rulings. So to say that it's done, unfortunately, whether you're in the civil system or the criminal system, things are rarely this right here. That oftentimes you should look at it as more of a pause rather than a period, or in your case, an exclamation point.
And when this is done, this needs to be balls to the walls about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers.
Whose balls? Yours? And what are you waiting for? Like, I don't get it. You're just, Betty, you're just the leader of the ugly, poor dressed militia. Why can't all your other foot soldiers, like, get the message out there? What are you waiting for? Just because you are involved in litigation that you live for, let's just get real about it. Why is that stopping anyone else? Why is it stopping you? Because, Betty, let's get real here. There's nothing that is truly stopping you from getting your fat white ass out of that bed. And I know you had a tough day in court, honey, but there's nothing that is stopping you from going out and searching. Nobody said, Betty, you can't search for Sebastian.
And what happened to him. Because what we're going to find out is there's a lot of lying going on and a lot of lying to officials. And people that have no problem lying to officials. And it's going to make us wonder, what else are they lying about? Which we've all been asking ourselves that for a really long time. We are Sebastian's army. We are Sebastian's.
I get so fucking tired of hearing that. Do you realize that everybody's got an army? I mean, you act like this is something original you came up with. Are you the general of the army? It's like, God, can you even come up with a fucking original thought? Sebastian's army. Oh, yeah. And you were Summer's army. And you're going to be the next, the next kid's case that you're going to grift off of. You'll be that general in that army.
Strong. And I can tell you, I don't break easily. I really don't. You guys have watched me go through pure hell for 3 years, still here.
Entirely self-imposed.
You guys have watched me go through lies and smear campaigns.
Bitch, you have no fucking idea. If you think this is pure hell, oh yeah, it's the kind of pure hell that you can just boop, push a button and it goes away. You have no fucking idea what pure hell really is. Come and talk to me after you've watched somebody die of cancer, after you've, sit bedside and had a front row seat to that. You're fucking disgusting. I've gone through pure hell on my computer. I know I could just log off. Oh yeah, this is Meet Martyr Betty. Yeah, she's right up there in the Civil Rights Hall of Fame. She is somewhere in between Rosa Parks and Mother Teresa. Yes, bull skank Betty.
Campaigns still here. You have watched me get arrested.
That's because it beats having to do what you used to have to do. Stand in a median wearing a fluorescent orange vest and holding a tin cup with a cardboard sign and calling that a job.
For advocating for a child.
No,
over BS.
That's not why you got arrested.
Still here.
You got arrested because you're a fucking weird, creepy stalker and a judge told you to knock the shit off. And because you have poor impulse control, you couldn't help yourself.
Still talking about that child. And when my muzzle is off.
Good idea. I've never seen your muzzle on. I mean, I would agree with the dog reference that, you not only do you need a muzzle, you need a leash.
We're going to get back to business.
Yes, back to business.
We're going to get back to the truth.
Yes.
We're going to get back to, we need to face certain facts in this case.
What are those? What are those certain facts we need to face?
Don't ever think we're out, because we're not out. We've had people campaigning for 3 years to take my channel that's in.
You may not be out, but you're ugly.
Perfect shape. And I mean perfect shape. This is what it means when I say we as women need to be empowered.
Oh, bitch. Don't pull the woman card, because you're not the same kind of woman that I am.
We as women need to empower other women.
No, you can't even mow this woman's grass. So stop.
This is the way I have been for many years, even when I was in.
And that's why you're a miserable bitch. You will never have a man.
Politics. I was women focused.
Betty, you're not in politics. You've never been in politics. Passing out flyers, standing in a median, holding a sign, telling people who to vote for, or directing people to the portalettes at a political rally, that doesn't make you in politics. I know I've never seen you at overpriced rubber chicken dinners.
Because I think the woman's voice is the most underestimated voice out there.
Just your woman.
And it's not to dog any men. I'm just proud to be a woman. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God.
And I'm proud to be a strong woman.
You're proud. Betty, strong women don't act like you. You
I can tell you
hate
there were certain
most women, and you are incredibly jealous of any accomplished women, which, you know, in respect to you, well, that would be pretty much all women.
people that were really upset, but it wasn't Team Betty. We'll leave it at that.
Oh,
We'll leave it at that. And another thing, those fat whales and fat cows, we love Fluffy in here. So if you're Fluffy, I ain't
Bitch,
talking
you're
to you.
fluffy. What are you talking about? Betty, you couldn't fit the leg of my jeans on your arm. So be very careful.
Unless you piss me off. And then if you piss me off, I might be disrespectful to you like I'm about to be. Okay. But we love our Fluffy audience. Just to let you know. Don't get offended.
Well, fluffy is a nice way to call what I mean, honey, like I've told a few women on here, it's all relative, pumpkin. And from where I'm sitting, well, you know, you look like you might need a Weight Watchers meeting.
Stuff. Because the fat cows that deserve to be called fat cows, they're
Nobody's ever called me a fat cow.
they're little butt hurt Betty. Okay. They're a little butt hurt Betty. They didn't get their way, nor are they going to.
And to whoever that is that she is speaking of, I would just say, well, don't worry. A continuance is not a win. It's a continuance.
These are felon people.
I've never had a
that
felon.
do criminal acts. They perpetrate criminal.
You know, you're talking about yourself. You may not have been convicted of a felony, but you've had a whole lot of fucking arrests. I've had one in 54 years, and it's when I was 18. I learned, unlike you with your 2 DUIs and possession of ecstasy and running down the street with no pants on, strangling your mom, threatening your ex-husband with a gun. Yeah, you're not going to find any of that on me. I fucking wrote a bad check for $100.
Criminal acts, and then they act like, oh, I didn't do it, right? So at the end of the day, they didn't get what they wanted. I'm not going to jail. Okay. I just want to be very clear on that.
Betty, your punishment is looking the way you do and living the life you live. That's I'm unlike you. I don't see myself as being in the position of doling out justice. You'll get what's coming to you, and a continuance is not a win.
We're not going to jail. So if you're coming to court on the 10th to see me going to jail, you're going to be crying much like you were today.
I must have missed that part. Who was crying? I didn't hear anybody crying.
I can't believe the hate I saw the other channels today. Nobody would even say, because
oh no, it's only Betty. What, Betty, what is it about you that if you're not a complete, if all the rest of us are wrong and you're not a complete, raging, hypocritical asshole who who sits at the right hand of Satan where I'm concerned, if all of us are wrong, why is that? You're a fucking nobody. You live in a shitbox house. You drive a piece of shit car. Look at you. What, like, why? Why do you think that so many people are wrong, but you're right? I'm just, that's what I want to hear you explain.
You know what they're passing around? They're passing around that I went to jail for stalking somebody, for violating my protective order and stalking somebody and going onto their property. No, I got arrested for hashtags and threatening to.
Which arrest might you be speaking of? Because you've been arrested a lot. So can you just clarify for the one in the back?
So let's strip all the BS away. The arrest affidavit clearly
stripped all the BS away.
2 events, both citing hashtags and the fact that I was threatening to sue these people.
You're full of shit, Betty. Honestly, what she wants you to believe is that a judge is so deficient in his knowledge of the law that he would violate a protective order over her threatening to sue someone. Bitch, Do you know that there's a whole country full of lowlifes like you that put you to shame and make a career out of suing people? What the fuck are you talking about? And by the way, Betty, you know you can't sue the federal government, right?
Court of law. That is what I was arrested for. That is a violation of the First Amendment of freedom of speech. So we're going to have some problems, you know.
Well, you're going to have some problems. I'm not going to have any problems.
I feel now that I met the judge, I believe it or not, I feel confident in the judge. He seemed very fair. He didn't give them what they wanted, which is to try to restrain my voice and restrain my speech and tell me I can't talk about them.
He gave them, if we believe what she's saying, a continuance. I didn't hear a dismissal. That's what I didn't hear.
And I can't talk about the case. That's what they wanted. And they didn't get that.
What I heard him say was the language is clear and it's plain. That's what I heard.
So the orders are as they stated. So that means can't go around, can't use threatening language, can't change.
What she's not mentioning here is the internet. That's what she's not mentioning. She wants you to believe that if you believe Betty, then the only thing she's barred from is physically in person showing up at their house, their place of work, blah, 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 blah. We all know that that is not what this is about, because all of her business is conducted online, unless of course it's 3 a.m. and she's got some kid's fucking Xbox night vision goggles and she's, parked across the street from your house. Come on over to my house, Bets, anytime. My neighborhood would just love you.
Change their utilities, can't threaten their dog. Well, I'm in Florida, so none of that's going to happen. Like, I've never even laid eyes on these folks except one, right? So I'm good.
Let me get this straight. Where you're concerned, the only way you can threaten someone is by showing up in person. But you are bitch made. You are 100% bitch made, because when it comes to Betty's fees, Queen Bee, who I am quite certain has never left her house to personally ring your doorbell or, reach out in person to meet you. That's stalking and harassing. Talking about you on the internet. Do you see the problem here? No, you won't, because you're not smart.
I'm absolutely good there, and absolutely cannot possibly violate
not good anywhere
at this point. So I'm happy to go home and see my dog. I'm going to be going home.
Been happy fucking 5 minutes in your life.
The people that have been stalking me and stalking the wrong car
Nobody's
and stalking
stalking
the wrong hotel, you guys are just wrong. But it does show the whole entire world that.
How many fucking hotels do you think are in, what did she say? Is it Hendersonville or Roger? Hendersonville. How many hotels do you think are in Hendersonville? Like 3?
Your investigative skills
caliber of accommodation.
Just saying. I mean, you're hitting zeros here. The Red Roof Inn?
That's too classy for Betty.
Who have you been stalking at the Red Roof Inn? Because it hasn't been Bullhorn Betty.
That's too expensive for Betty. She won't pay over $49.99 a night.
Saying.
And that's after
you're probably blowing their damn phones up. I haven't even stayed at a Red Roof Inn in 7 months.
I've never stayed at a Red Roof Inn in my entire life. I have a motto. I do not stay in hotels that are not as nice as my own personal home.
No. You know what? But you know what? True crime, in all fairness, obviously for something like that to be put in an order, somebody had to have done it. So somebody had to have scrubbed. But you know what? Most of this stuff is for family, right? I'm not their family. And I think what you have is like husbands or boyfriends that shut off the
Honey, you should know.
utilities.
Oh, Betty, you do listen. Yeah, because I explained that to you before. The part about it's very interesting of all of that fucking protective order. The part that she picks out is the part that I commented on when she was reading it. And it said something about, you will not interrupt utilities. And at that time, I said, yeah, that doesn't pertain to Betty. That's more directed at people who are living together. And one has the utilities in their name and the other one doesn't. They're barred from, fuck you, I'm going to turn off the power. Yeah, Betty, I always knew you watched.
And stuff like that. I think that's what it's for.
No,
but,
dumbass. What else would it be for, you idiot?
They put that in there. There's somebody that's done it, right? So, and the animals, like, first of all, I don't think.
So, Betty, when did you turn over your like new nonviolent leaf? You fucking strangled your own mother. Really?
Think they have any animal. I don't know if they do. But I'm an animal lover. I don't care if I hate the.
You're an animal lover. You've got a prop along with, like I said, it's very interesting that this victim's right activist, she doesn't care about adult victims. She knows that children and animals tug at the heartstrings. Yeah.
Owner or not, I would jump in front of a freaking moving bus to save a freaking animal. So, and I don't.
Really now? Ooh, okay.
Ask who's your owner before doing it, So I don't think I have anything to worry about. So
oh, that made a lot of sense. Okay.
We gotta make sure.
I think what you meant was the animal doesn't have anything to worry about. You are kind of synonymous with animal.
Sure that we're safe. That's what all the pillows are for. We wouldn't want somebody to track me down on my last day here. You guys know I'm gonna probably do a lot. Oh, I can't. I was gonna say, you guys know I'm gonna do probably a live first thing in the morning showing where I'm at, just to give the big old F
Nobody
you.
Fucking cares where you are. My God, you need to come back down to earth, okay, bitch? Nobody cares where you are. You act like you're staying at the fucking Four Seasons. Oh my God, shut up.
But in all fairness, I'm going to be leaving at 4:30 in the morning.
You couldn't get laid in a whorehouse, and you're acting like, oh yes, they're lined up to stalk me. Oh God. Maybe you should narrow it and say, if you're stalking me and you have an appendage, oh, Betty, my God.
No, I'm just joking. Just trying to see what.
You know how much I could help you. Not just like all of this. And no, I don't have a wand. I mean, there's only so much even I can do. But Betty, like that cringy thing you just did. and like the serial killer eye, Betty.
What haters are going to have before 4:30? Can you imagine? No, I would be leaving it at like 2:30 in the morning. So, I want to get out of here before the stalkers get here,
Is that your Tourette's kicking in or Parkinson's? What is that? Yeah, I don't keep vampire hours. So, and I'm not a felon or a junkie either. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I wonder how many we're going to get at that Red Roof Inn at, 2:30 this morning.
Do that.
I'm just saying. Don't forget the debate. Oh, is the debate tonight? Oh, we got to watch the debate. You know what? I already know who's going to win it.
No. Are you really?
I'm telling you, Betty's always right.
No, I would say Betty is never right. And I'll just leave it there.
Why don't you guys just realize it already? Good gracious. Yes, at 8:30. Oh, okay, good. That's going to give me time to do this live and get a shower.
Oh, well, that's a foreign concept to you, a shower. Betty, how often do you shower? I mean, most of us shower daily. In your case, I don't know. You seem to like, I've seen you do 3 lives in the same clothes.
Hallelujah.
Of course, when you do 12 lives a day, that could account for the.
Hallelujah. I heard a rumor going around that I was in a car wreck. Let me assure you, there was no car wreck. Just
Well,
for
that's
anybody
good
that
because even I don't want to see you in a car wreck. I don't want to see anybody in a car wreck.
heard that rumor. Is Mr. and Mrs. Car Guy in here?
Are they the car police? I mean, are Mr. and Mrs. Car Guy in here? Who the fuck are they? Like, are they the police of all the cars? Is that what a weird thing to say?
Well, that tells me. When we walked out of there, I didn't realize
Doesn't
how many
tell
people
me
we had
jack shit.
inside that courtroom because we were all kind of scattered. My attorney wanted
Oh, I know, Betty. I'm sure it was the size of, college football stadium.
us to sit in a certain spot.
At the defendant's table, that certain spot.
So we sat in a certain spot, and
Get used
and it
to
was
it.
just to keep the 4
Betty, you should know you've been in that certain spot a lot.
of us together. And
Oh God, did they have to get out the velvet ropes? Gosh, I thought they only drug those out when Crimes of Fashion had to come pay a speeding ticket or something.
I didn't realize how many supporters were in the audience until we left. And it was like our crowd was a lot bigger. Just saying.
Are you talking pounds per square inch? What are you talking? Warm bodies?
Just saying.
Just saying.
Love over hate. Love over hate. So, Betty.
Okay. Yes, Betty. I know that when I listen to you spew bullshit, the first thing that comes to mind is love. Oh, yes, love.
Can we watch the debate with you? Well, to be honest with you, if I was on
Can you learn to
StreamYard,
read
play the freaking
silently
debate.
by yourself?
Even if I had to not do the monetization. But does anybody? I know is it on ABC or is it NBC?
Bitch, we have this thing called the internet. They streamed it on YouTube.
I wasn't in a car accident. Thank you for the support. Yeah, no, we weren't in car wrecks.
Well, that's good because the normal people, we don't want to see anybody, including you, in a car wreck.
Yes. Seth is taken care of. He had a big old. He had a burger the size of his face today.
Oh, so it was the size of your average pizza. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know where he put it all, but
I can tell you exactly where he put it all. He looks like he's pregnant, 9 months pregnant with triplets. He puts it right here in his gut, which, by the way, I know I have at least one nurse in the chat. Seth, that is the most dangerous place to carry weight. So
chicken sandwich.
I don't know if that right there. I know that she is probably paying all her bills off the man's child, but if you don't, that says a lot. I don't know where he put, and she said it like she really meant it, like it was just a casual remark that rolled off her tongue. He fucking looks like he is 9 months pregnant with at least twins, possibly triplets. And she just never missed a beat. I don't know where he puts it. How fucking stupid are you? That would be something you'd say to, I don't know, me. Although I couldn't eat a burger, even the size of my face. I can't even eat a burger the size of my fist, which would be, slightly smaller than, a Happy Meal hamburger from McDonald's. I don't know where he puts it. Oh, yes, I don't know where he puts it either because he looks really svelte. Oh, my God.
The size of my face today, and I don't know where I put it all.
My guess would be in your fucking flabby arms and your ass.
To be honest with you, I don't know how the heck I was able.
I don't know. You look like you're toting around like, everybody has typically a spare donut tire in the trunk. Oh, you look like you're sporting one of those around your midsection. You're well on your way to looking like, yeah. I'll
the whole
stop
darn
there.
thing, but I guess I was pretty hungry. Oh, my belly, duh.
Why in the fuck do you find the most mundane, just daily events like, oh, I don't know, eating so hilarious? Alex, I'll take, because I am the most cringy, disingenuous, creepy fuck in Krama for 500. Yes, you win. Like, it is so bizarre to me. How does anyone take eating a burger and like, what is wrong with you fucking people who follow her? Like, does any of that weirdness not like wave the red flags? Like, something is wrong with this bitch. Nobody, the funniest people on earth who are not Betty, they couldn't make all that as funny as she just cringy fake laughed her way through.
But it was this thing.
There's nothing fucking real about her except rage.
Out. It is, but I should have made him get down by his burger and take a photo of it. Like, this thing was like.
Where was his burger? Was it down on the floor by your knees?
I was pile high. But my little chickens, you think chicken sandwich, you think no big deal. Well, this thing was like, I don't know, 7 inches. Like, I had to smush it.
I'm gonna let that softball slide right on by.
Just to fit it in my pie hole, okay? You guys know I got a big mouth, right? Well, it's not.
Are you speaking metaphorically or anatomically? Because I don't know, anatomically, you've got 2 different sets of teeth in your mouth, and your lips are very fine and thin. So I don't know. I don't find that it anatomically that it's particularly that large.
Kick my butt. Just saying. It was called the Buford's Tea Burger. Oh. It was good. It was good. It was
see, this is how exciting you get over food when you don't have a man.
So good. Had a nice quiet lunch with some fellow friends.
You don't have any friends.
Only innocent.
You don't have any friends. You just have a bunch of grifters with a common goal. That's what you have.
Be at BHB searching to find their missing child. Let that detail sink in. Exactly.
Only innocent people want BHB searching for their missing child. Oh, yes, because she has such a lengthy track record and resume of finding people. Bitch, you can't even find a fucking a recipe to not melt your hair when you color it. What exactly is it that you've ever found? I mean, like I said, the statement prior to this, it applies here as well. Only a bunch of grifters with a common purpose want Betty searching for their child. Unless your child manages to be the fucking Uber Eats driver who throws her dinner at her through the threshold on the door of her, well, a hotel room that I probably wouldn't stay in.
And it's you know what though?
What?
It upsets me that so many people have so much hate in their heart that
it upsets me that your left tit is about to like fall out of that top. All kinds of things about you upset me, but I don't make you, well, I kind of do make you listen. But come on, Betty, tell me what bothers you.
they're talking about this case out of hate. That's what I have a problem with.
Betty, let me ask you this. If anybody hates, it is certainly not for Sebastian. And I don't think it's for any of the parents. I think the only object of any, we'll just say drama slash what Betty's calling hate. Well, that common denominator would be you. So here's a question for you, Betty. Would you be willing to, if Seth and Chris and Katie were presented with the option of, you know what? We've got X amount of people who are at the ready. They're going to do everything in their power to help bring Sebastian home via searching, via, boots on the ground or pay less shoes on the ground. Yeah. What if that collective group said, but there's one caveat, there's one catch. You've got to kick Bullskank Betty to the curb that she looked like she came from. Raise your hand if you think Betty would say, oh, okay, I just want Sebastian found. So, okay, no problem. I will bow out gracefully. Not that the word graceful and Betty have ever been uttered in the same sentence, but yeah, we all know she would tell you, get fucked. That's what she'd tell you.
It's like this boy is gone. He's been gone for over 6 months, almost 7 months in a few days. And we've got people only talking about his case to spread hate, not information, not to advocate.
Oh no, because Betty is the minister of propaganda, and Betty is the only one who spreads information. All the rest of you just spread hate.
For finding new leads or getting people to call the tip line or talking about the $100,000 or going over maps.
Bitch, you couldn't find a map with both hands.
Here covering the case over for hate, specifically for hate and hate alone.
And listen, all you haters, Betty vigorously defends her hate territory.
In all fairness, I found once I get back and I can use the green screen or get my
Crimes and Fashions gynecologist. Oh, sorry, look, I'm like Betty. I just made up a new word, gynecologist. Green paper sheet that she's taped in her window. Yeah, and by the way, Betty, my gynecologist, they want their paper sheet back,
which I'm spending a lot of money on. They just upgraded their prices. Jeez Louise.
Bitch, if you are spending a lot of money on anything that you are claiming is production value, you're getting ripped off.
And once I get StreamYard up and running, we're going to go over. Remember,
get StreamYard up and running, bitch. It's like it's a mouse, and it's
told you.
A fucking monkey can do it. What are you talking about? As soon as I get StreamYard up and running. Oh, yeah, because that's hard to do. Oh, God, sorry, you guys. Okay, back. Oh, there we go. Full screen, Betty.
And I've been holding on the receipts for a few days because I haven't had time to discuss it. But we're going to show you exactly what.
I'm still trying to wrap my brain. Fucking, what was that chimpanzee's name from Chimp Crazy? Tonka could operate StreamYard. Once I get StreamYard up and running, guys, as soon as we're done with our corporate minutes for the board of directors meeting for Tragedy Pimps Inc. Oh, Betty,
how it's done. Betty. And I'm going to show you a great example, and you can go cross-reference this with JLR's page, and you will find the exact same stuff that I have uncovered.
More stuff. This is Betty's legalese. A bunch of stuff. Yeah, stuff.
It is manufacturing known information. Basically, what they do is they take a text message or they take a screenshot and they blank out the type, and then they overlay a new type over it to talk about it. And so I have now.
Do the rest of us in the fucking normal world, would that be what's known as cut and copy and paste? Like, I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about, but it sounds like copy and paste.
Now, the proof in the pudding that I will be presenting to people probably tomorrow night or the next night. What's tomorrow? What's today? Tuesday. So I'll be home Wednesday.
So many court dates, so little time.
Evening. So it's either going to be Wednesday evening or Thursday morning is when we're going to go over those text messages. But I do have them. I do want to show you. I want to show you what they look like so you guys can be on the lookout for anything that is manufactured. Again, they need to.
Whose text messages is she getting ready to show? Ooh, were they from the back of Chili's by the dumpster?
To do better manufacturing
That I'm
work.
interested in.
That's all I'm saying. Okay, this is why I don't manufacture stuff, because I don't know all the ins and outs, but I can point them out. Right? I can point them out.
This is why I don't manufacture stuff. Oh yes, Betty never manufactures anything.
Thank you everyone for the comments.
You're a fucking prolific liar. Who, if I go with what you just said, is not good at cut and paste, copy and paste. Okay.
I went to court as representation for Sebastian Rogers.
Oh fuck no. No. You went to court because you're a slow learner. You didn't go to court as representation of Sebastian Rogers. Oh my God, you're so disgusting.
And he looked dapper. Did you guys see?
No, he didn't look dapper. I will give him high marks for at least having enough respect for the judge and the sanctity of the courtroom to appear in a suit. I will give him that. But I'm going to deduct at least half of those points for him showing up in a cowboy hat that is the size around of Betty's beloved hula hoop earrings. Because to me, it could only scream one thing. Oh, hey, look at me. I need attention.
Yeah, South, he was dapper. He was dapper. All you need is love. Oh, thank you, Gypsy. God bless you for that. God bless you.
All you need is love, and we'll just never mind
that. You know what? This world would be so much better if we all had a little love in our heart, right?
A charity begins at home, bitch.
If we all had a little love in our heart. Betty, you, Seth, and Tony all looked amazing today. You are doing something amazing, and thank you.
Wow. I don't agree. They all looked absolutely average and mediocre. But I guess, especially where she's concerned, that's a big step up. So I can see why you'd be fucking falling all over yourself because she decided to wear something to court that wasn't better suited for the ABC Crown Lounge circa 1989-90.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's a low bar here.
It comes with a cost. This business comes with a cost.
You don't have a business. So what business are you speaking of? Being a hated, wretched bitch? Is that your business? Okay. You
Nick's up in the house. It's nice to see you, Nick. God bless you.
Oh, God bless you. Why do you have to bring God into all this?
Who else do we have? Oh, Moonlight. Misty Moonlight. It's nice to see you, my love.
This is how I know that Betty's sad pancakes, also known as her boobs, what my husband would call tennis balls in a tube sock. That's how I know they're sad pancakes, because the left one is clearly going to fall out, but it still doesn't equal, like, trust me, you're going to be able to track if my left boob, well, mine would not fall out, but well, no, it could, but you would be able to clearly track its progress the whole way there. Betty's, nope, you're just going to see and probably a flash of nipple.
It's nice to see you. Thank you guys. It was amazing.
Oh,
but again,
Betty is the only fucking person on the face of the earth that calls going to criminal court. Is it criminal now, or are we still in the civil war? Who fucking cares? Betty is the only person that calls a court date where she's looking at jail time as amazing. Oh, bitch. That just tells me that I guess nobody's taking you out for a nice steak and a bottle of red wine if you consider going to court. Amazing.
And it's not going to turn out like the haters want.
It was
These people
amazing.
concocted these felon channels. Nick, you need to look into these people. They're all felons that are doing all.
God, like I've had dinner bills at the Capitol Grill that exceed Betty's mortgage payment, and I wasn't like, oh my God, it was amazing. Wow.
All this to you, all this to the team, everybody.
The team, Betty's team. Is team synonymous with entourage? I'm just wondering.
Felon channels. This is what
Felon channels, bitch. I'm not a felon.
When people are in tight spots or have done some criminal activity,
Like you?
or need protection, they go to these criminal channels. These are channels.
They go to criminal channels. I thought they went to like witness protection, but they go to criminal channels. Do you hear yourself right now? I don't speak fucking criminal. So can you interpret for me?
Channels that are ran by felons.
It's run by felons, idiot.
Are felons that can't even get, they can't even be a representative at the Slurpee counter.
Oh, you better be real careful here. Like one of your friends?
Of a 7-Eleven. That's how bad the records are.
Which would disprove your theory, by the way.
And hey, Patty, it's nice to see you, my love. And so they're the ones that are jamming up everybody.
Oh, they're jamming up everybody. I don't think you've been, never mind.
Mr. and Mrs. E, some people reported it properly. Yes. You guys are awesome.
Are you like a fucking brain dead sheep? Some people reported it properly. Oh yeah, it was Betty. It was Betty and her fucking, what did I call them? Ragtag entourage. Yeah, they reported it properly. Not the news, the news, who actually has a canon of ethics and real journalists who've been to college. Yeah, okay.
There's, at the end of the day, there's great people out here advocating for Sebastian Rogers.
They're just not in your atmosphere.
Right way, keeping it to the facts. We are keeping it to the facts.
Really? Since when? Because if we just keep it to the facts, well, they don't bode very well for your competency, do they?
That's what the problem
and that's how you properly use the word bode, Betty.
Is there's a whole party that doesn't
Nobody
like the real
invites
facts,
you to
and
any
they don't
parties.
like them being known. They want them to shovel under a rug. And
Okay,
I'm sorry.
look. For you and fucking Laura, we do not shovel things under the rug. And what did Laura say the other day? Hold on. Oh shit, that was a chat, not a text. Betty said shovel. What did Laura say? Swipe? Yes, I think Laura said we swipe it under the rug. And Betty, we're going to just shovel it under the rug. Bitches. It's sweep. Do neither one of you own a fucking broom? It's sweep it under the rug.
We're not doing it. We're not the ones.
Oh, you're never the one.
We work very, very diligently.
You don't have any fucking money
into investigation.
You put massive amounts of money. You're a fucking welfare queen. What are you talking about?
This case for my audience and looking into this case and giving you guys.
And how dumb are you,
from boots on the-
her audience? She makes you pay to produce this very important content. Okay.
ground. And, again, we went into this community without the entourage, right? You guys know when we go into a community, we're always usually 5, 6
Oh
people
my
deep.
God. You are so fucking dumb. You think, Betty, have you even ever watched the HBO series Entourage? You think an entourage is 5 people? Who's in your entourage, Betty? English language, closed captioning expert. Well, we know you don't have a fucking hairdresser in your entourage. 7-Eleven, Red Bull running assistant. Who else would be in Betty's entourage? Do you hear yourself right now? Betty, I'll put my entourage up against your entourage any day. And mine consists of an elderly Bichon and 3 cats. Okay. And an exceedingly smart doctor husband.
And I went into this community because I wanted to get in and get.
Because you wanted to grift money off the back of a missing child? Check.
That. I didn't want to go in there, make a big stink.
Oh, no,
I didn't want to.
Betty's not known for making a big stink.
Cause any kind of ruckus or anything with our presence. This was kind of a low key, just, film.
Did you stay in the t-shirt maker to the stars? Did Sonia? How come Sonia doesn't let you come stay in her guest room? Oh, well, I don't know. She might not live in that town. So that could be a good reason. Oh, that was another one in the entourage. T-shirt maker to the stars. All right, I've covered 3. You guys come up with the other 2.
Filming, giving our audience the lay of the land. That's really what we accomplished. That's exactly what we went there for, and it's exactly what we accomplished. Now, we knew going in there, we had already been hit with the threats. We already had been hit with they were going to run me over, and I needed to watch where I was going and all this other stuff.
I have no clue what she's talking about, but I would certainly hope that nobody threatened to run her over. What the hell? Anybody who did that is just as bad as you are. So I absolutely disavow that in the strongest possible terms.
And then, of course, the animal that decides to put some action behind that, I got out and put right on freaking film and wanted to know. Now, granted, like Megan Fox said, she wanted to hear his answer. I didn't. I wanted him to hear my.
What the fuck is she talking about? She went from someone saying they were going to run her over to Megan Fox. Unless the person who said that, Megan Fox wanted to oh God. Yeah, we're gonna look at that one too. Just not today.
Voice, right?
I can only take 2 assholes in one day.
I wanted him to hear my voice.
Megan Fox, she appears to be of the book burning / banning variety. Oh, I think I told Crazy Nurse yesterday. Oh, Betty's getting ready to have her Atticus Finch moment. Raise your hand if you think Betty has any clue who Atticus Finch is.
I didn't care what came out of his mouth. I'll be honest with you.
What are you talking about?
CP looks like the stress and the guilt is wearing on him, in my opinion. He did not look like him at all.
Oh, gee, I don't know. Do you think you'd have some fucking stress? I don't know about guilt, but stress alone. If he loves his wife, he's watching his wife probably. Oh God, I can't even imagine what she's going through, and I'm not. And I can tell you, Betty, I'm in a better position to imagine than you will ever be, because thank God you didn't reproduce. But I can't even imagine what Katie is going through. So, Betty, fuck you.
Oh, yeah. I saw pictures of him. The only thing that when I saw when
Betty thinks that people stalking her. Betty's biggest problem is easily solved with one of these and logging off. and and she wants to talk about the stress and the guilt. Well, I don't know about the guilt, but since you would have no frame of reference to draw from, Betty, as a parent, I know the stress you feel when your child is hurt, whether they're Sebastian's age or a grown ass adult. Can you say the same? No. You have no clue what it's like, I would submit, to love anything. But you definitely don't know what it's like to love a child. Because to love a child, you have to be selfless. And you've never met that word.
I was
Oh, Skip.
oh, sorry. That was kind of stupid. Sorry, I was trying to read a text.
We could tell that wasn't your
I had
house.
to check
Oh,
a text
Betty, I gotta say it doesn't look like the usual Roach Motel you stay in.
message. So it sounds like Dog the Bounty.
How are we gonna know
Hunter,
you
Nick,
from Dog? Oh, Dog's got
obviously
better hair.
in
Okay.
the chat room right now. And it sounds like, from what I'm understanding, is that Dog's over these bullies and
Who
over
fucking
these
cares?
hate channels. I
Like,
can tell you
when
that.
has anyone seen Dog the Bounty Hunter in their chat, including you? So I don't think Dog has to contend with the bullies and the hate channels because he's out living a real life.
He's over the
Fucking
bullies. He's over the hate.
hilarious that she thinks, even though I find Dog the Bounty Hunter, he's a has-been. He had his time and it's come and gone. But the good news for Dog is he seems to have a legit business. There's no shortage of criminals in this world, and he's a bounty hunter. So unlike Betty, he had the foresight to pick to have and choose a career with, like, there's no glass ceiling on Dog's chosen career. We're never going to run out of criminals. So she is sitting here acting as if Dog the Bounty Hunter is like her. He's got better hair and he has an actual real job.
Channels, and it sounds like
Nothing like
he's going to
you.
start steamrolling these people, and he should. And he should.
Why should he? Because I'm pretty sure that your enemies are not his enemies. In fact, I'd be willing to bet he's never heard of any of your enemies, and probably he would have never heard of you.
I'll just
Were it
sub,
not
so can't
for,
comment.
I don't know, you standing on Sebastian Rogers' neck.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Nick. I have to do that because of the trolls. I have to do that
because you're a
of the
thin-skinned
trolls.
bitch
So
who can't take any criticism. Because you're
it helps keep some of the commentary down. I really could care less, but it helps keep some of the commentary down. And of course, with us being so far out, and it's just, we have to, well, I think I've already made that. If you haven't watched my channel for very long, we usually keep it on 5 minutes or 20 minutes. But after
you lie your ass off. What is it? 5 fucking days? Oh my God.
After doing this case
and
people coming over here and trolling.
So effective. Yeah. Okay. From doing this case. Where's your results?
And bullying my audience.
Because the only thing thinner than my hair is my skin.
Poor audience here is I try to protect as much as possible. Hey, it's nice to see you as well. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's very nice to see you.
Oh, that sounds so sincere.
So we're kind of just chilling right now, and we got back. I'm full. I need a shower. I'm tired.
I'm glad to hear you finally admit you need a shower. Most times I see you, I think the exact same thing.
sorry, Nick, that you can't comment. You don't have to pay to talk, though. I'm so sorry.
No, but I'll take your money anyway. Bitch, he gave you $1.99. Oh my God. I'll give you
I didn't want to do
$1.99.
that, but it really is for the trolls, and you're gonna have to be.
Trolls, which in Betty's world is synonymous with anyone who dares take an opposing position.
Be a friend of mine for 5 days. I'm sorry. There's just rules to the chat. It's a privilege to chat in my chat box. It's not a right.
It's a privilege to chat in my chat box. You sure about that, Betty? Speaking improper English helps.
I convey that to everybody as often as possible. It is a privilege to be here. It is not a right.
Betty,
You can watch, but I don't have to listen to your garbage.
You should probably take both of them and get ready to catch
I'll be honest with you. It's too much. It's too much. These people need to go on their own channels. They got something to say. They can say it on their own channels. I don't need to hear it. And if I'm going to have to listen to you insult me, you're going to pay me to do it. Okay.
I'm not going to pay you jack shit, bitch.
Sorry. Not sorry. So
Betty was like your neighborhood junkyard dog. Ooh, she was borrowing those bottom teeth.
That's where we're at. It's
bearing the bottom teeth.
I feel like they're waiting a month to see. Like, I'm going to Florida. I don't threaten these people. I've never.
That's because you live in Florida, idiot.
Seen these people, but I feel like they're just seeing.
She's talking like she's going to Florida on the sunny vacation. Oh my God. Look at that pause game. Like serial killer eyes on point.
See if I can hold it a month. Oh my God.
No, you can't. You couldn't even hold it a few hours. What are you talking about?
I could care less, right? I really don't care. I seriously, the only thing I care about is going to jail, but
the only thing I care about is going to jail. Well, keep on keeping on, honey. I know I don't need to worry about going to jail for anything I say in my office.
I came to Jesus with that, and it's like, you know what?
Oh, really? You're going to bring Jesus into this?
Okay. I have a choice here. It's my constitutional rights or jail. I'm going to freaking jail.
Okay.
Period.
Okay, Jan. Well, you enjoy that. I'm not going to jail for fucking anything. Okay? So, Betty, unlike me, you look like you're built for jail. Nobody is going to look at me and say, oh, yeah, she's built for jail. No.
You know, I will make this thing blow up as big as it can possibly blow up. My ass, if I got to sit in jail for.
Oh, so you're holding back on that. You got that in your back pocket. You're waiting to blow it up. Okay, sure.
For 30 days, I'm going to do it.
Well, you act as if you will have a choice. You will not.
But one thing they're not going to do is take away my constitutional rights. They're not going to take away my First Amendment. They're not going to take away my.
Betty's favorite amendment is the Fifth Amendment.
My Second Amendment. You know, I mean, we got amendments here.
We got amendments here, baby. Yes, we do.
Here, and I
unlike you, I don't have to think about the amendments. I just go ahead and live my life.
No, Tony is cringing by me saying this, especially out loud, because he.
I'm sorry. I thought you said he's cringy. I was going to say, oh my God, Betty, we finally agree on.
Disagrees with my position, but at the end of the day, there are just some things worth fighting.
Well, unless you're calling him daddy, who cares?
Fighting for. And I'm a political activist first and foremost.
Political activist, meaning synonymous with Betty wears a perforated neon orange vest that says traffic. And when dusk falls, she's got a flashlight and she gets to do this. Not like an air traffic controller. She gets to do this. And if you don't park where she directed you, she probably tells you you're a dumbass. Yeah, that's how Betty is a political activist. Oh, bitch. The problem with lying is, you know, people, like I said, I've never seen you at a rubber chicken dinner.
Okay. I was a political activist for years before I came over here.
Oh, really?
And if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. I've never been in jail for 30 days before. But if it comes
Oh, give it a minute.
down to my constitutional rights or imprisonment, I'm going to jail.
Well, aren't those two antithetical to each other? If it's your constitutional right, why would you do any jail time? I must be missing something.
I will tell you that. There are just some things worth fighting for.
Like, you're right. I keep hearing Twisted Sister singing in my ear. You got to fight for your right to party. Yeah.
And that will be
Betty.
the biggest protest that I
Ray.
will ever do.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that straight up.
What if the super chats dried up? Would you find a new cause?
So all these people then, and you know, because I've come to Jesus with it, I know it's not going to happen. So
Did you come to Jesus with this unfortunate hair problem? Because you seem to come to Jesus over a lot of things that, you know, kind of like you're not supposed to pray for money. What about good hair? Like, are you allowed to pray for good hair? I don't know. Are you allowed to pray for don't arrest me?
oh, thank you, Nani. God bless you.
Oh, God bless you.
Purple World got it. Amanda,
Betty,
Amanda, Butterfly Girl.
if I threw you $2.99, $1 more than Nick, would you give me would you sanction me with the God bless me? How's that work? Like, what do I have to like throw your way to get a blessing? Not that I would, but
Girl, it's nice to see you. Karma's mom, yay! And Stephanie, you guys.
She vacillates between rabid, frothing at the mouth Karen to, I don't know, 6th grade. It's Friday. The final bell's about to ring, and I get to spend the night at my best friend's house tonight. Oh, except she doesn't have any friends. Never mind. Yeah, those are the two like people she seems to those two like she's like oh God, she's a lot of Sybil or Eve. Yeah, Sybil. She's this one, and she's middle school girl awaiting the Friday final bell so she can get to her best friend's slumber party. Oh my God, she's so fucking cringy.
They're all members. Don't forget to tell Nani, thank you. God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
God bless you. God bless you.
So let's get back to this. You know, once October 10th hits, it's going to be over. If I got to come back the 23rd, I'll come back the 23rd. I don't care. You're talking.
Yeah, because it's not like you have a fucking job or a man or a life. So what else do you have to do?
Talking about my civil liberties.
Oh my God.
This is 2024. I thought the America.
I think those have been in place since what, 1776? Something like that.
Was over this nonsense. I thought America knows that we have rights. You know, I think what happened is this detective got a little butthurt when I said there's not going to be anything your law enforcement can do.
I guess
about
you'll
it.
find out about that, won't you?
Right? And they're going to slowly find out that I have a right to do what I'm doing. Point blank.
I know. I know if it came down to off-track betting, yeah, I would definitely not lay odds on Betty's knowledge over the real legal professionals and their knowledge.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to see you, Groovy Gal. Oh, thank you. Don't forget to tell Groovy Gal if you guys got
Even
your
her subs'
free
names are fucking stupid. Oh my God.
gifted membership from Groovy
Oh
Gal.
my
Give her a
God,
big-
Groovy Gal. 1 membership? Wow. Oh, Betty, that's impressive. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think like how many memberships usually get gifted in QB's lives? Oh God, I don't know. I would say on a good day, probably a minimum of 100. But you go, Betty, with your 1 membership.
Heart and kiss. Heart and kiss. Hug and kiss.
A big heart and kiss.
With a love candle.
Betty, if you fucking listen to nothing else I'm saying besides the hair and the bra, listen to me on this. You sound, and look like a serial killer when you do that fucking weird cackle. Stop.
Anyways, guys, I don't want to bend your ear too long. I know you guys are on here, but I just want to tell all the
What?
haters, you know what? When I went in there, the one thing
I mean, I know you would call me a hater. You're too fucking irrelevant in my life to hate, but I this is you we're talking about. So okay, I will pretend that I'm actually a hater. I just can't stand you, and I think you're a bag of shit. But go ahead, tell me.
said is I hope they choke today. And by the time
Well, Betty, that's not very Christian of you, good woman, you good Christian woman. You hope I choke today. I don't know. I'm not the one sitting in, I don't know, every live stream going, sounding like she's fucking got tuberculosis. No, that's not me. That's you.
they walked out of there, they were all choking. You know, people should just listen to Bullhorn Betty. You guys would probably be better off.
In what world? I will listen to Bullhorn Betty if I want to know how to take discount expired gray E. coli meat and season it. That's what I will listen to Bullhorn Betty for.
Just saying. Ain't playing.
Oh, she's got a new weird platitude. What was that? Just saying, not playing. Did you get that at the local like 7th grade recess?
Betty, you are a true warrior.
Oh
for
yes,
Sebastian.
Betty, you're a true warrior for Sebastian. Of course, you don't give a fuck about any of the other missing people, some of which might be adults. I don't know, like within a few miles of your house. Yeah, no, we don't care about those. Bullhorn Betty's efforts need to go towards children on the internet.
I didn't mean to be. You know, honestly, I didn't mean to be. Let's be honest. We came in to cover this case. We started covering this case around March 16th. We were being very fair.
Within short order,
but when information starts leading us to
do you have Tourette's? Do you stutter? What is your problem?
Really look at the players in this situation, it was very clear
what the player hate the game, girl. Come on.
What's going on here. Okay, I'm not a dum-dum and neither is my audience.
You're exceedingly stupid. Dum-dums in my world, a dum-dum, it's a lollipop in a pediatrician's office. That's what a dum-dum represents in my life. And I'm talking my past life because I have not had the opportunity to use the word dum-dum in 20 some odd years. And it was in the context of a pediatrician's office as bribery for, not carrying on too badly when you have to get an immunization. So yeah, a dum-dum.
We literally do this every single day. We've gone through hundreds of cases. We've watched hundreds of, well, not quite hundreds.
40 of which you've probably been a defendant in.
Court hearings. But we've watched a lot of court hearings. We know evidence. We know circumstantial evidence, direct evidence.
I have forgotten more than you've ever known.
We watched enough investigation.
Betty thinks that by watching court TV and ID channel shows, that makes you a lawyer and an investigator.
It's from boots on the ground that we know the policies and procedures of law enforcement. And when we go from a missing person case to a criminal investigation, and I'm sorry, everything is in the right boxes for a criminal investigation.
I'm sorry. I can't help the fact that you fucking idiots that listen to her think that anything she is saying has any real world relevance. It does not. And if you think it does, well, sorry about your luck. I guess that's why you are spending your time inhabiting bullskank Betty's chat with all the other mensas on the internet.
Even though we're not in a criminal investigation, unless you ask for public record,
Now, that is something she might know about, criminal investigations.
then all of a sudden your response is, oh, we can't give that to you because we're in a criminal investigation. Well, it's kind of funny because you can't.
It's an open case, you dumb bitch. They don't even give that information to the closest family members because, I wonder, maybe one or more of the family members could be a person of interest. I don't know. It's just common sense.
I'm saying we're not in this criminal investigation. And we're not in a criminal investigation. Nobody would need to be cleared. Obviously, we have.
You're the one who is jumping up and down for not demanding that your client, Seth, be cleared. As if I'm not going to tell you what, if it was just me and my husband, I know what role he would say you played in law enforcement's case at present. But yeah, I'll keep that to myself. Yeah. If you think for 1 minute law enforcement gives one single flying fuck what you demand for your client, yeah, they don't.
People that need to be cleared. I'm demanding that Seth Rogers be cleared.
Nobody gives a fuck what you're demanding. I demand that your hair gets justice and that your tits get a bra.
Right?
See how that works?
I'd like to see the Cold Case Foundation come in.
It's not a cold case, asshole. It's been 6 months. It is not a cold case because Bullhorn Betty deems it a cold case.
I'm very thankful and appreciative that Dog the Bounty Hunter is bringing a national spotlight to this very skunky case.
I think he's just an elevated type of you.
And I
Better
don't mean
hair.
skunky for Seth's side.
Oh, no, not at all.
Because at the end of the day, this is the only man that has an alibi. This is the only man that has publicly passed a polygraph test.
My understanding is all three of them passed a polygraph test. And for someone who actually has a real legal education and is about 100 times smarter than you, let me tell you the circumstances in which I would take a polygraph test. Oh, that's easy. That would be 0. There's a reason they're not allowed in court. They're an investigative tool and nothing more. And that's only if you give the investigators consent to use the tool. I would not, for any number of reasons.
This is the only man that story has stayed the same since day one.
Of course, she has no clue what is in the all-important case file.
I'm not saying we need to clear Seth for some
Nobody
abracadabra
gives a
magic
fuck
moment.
why you think. Because you're blowing him? I don't know. Like, nobody cares why you think we should clear Seth.
Saying we need to clear Seth because he ain't got crap to do with this case.
Yep, there you go. There's your journalist right there. He ain't got crap to do with it. Yeah, okay.
Other than he wants to find his son. And it's awfully funny that the people that are attacking are so up, the
I guess
other
that's
party's
up for debate.
rear end that they've lost focus. They've lost focus because it's a popular
Betty never
thing
loses
to
focus.
do.
The only thing that Betty has to focus on is a dollar bill. And she will use any vehicle in which to get said dollar bill. Unless, of course, it's a legitimate job.
To get on board. Oh, thank you, Tug.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Because it's the thing, it's the new, the new trending topic, right?
I don't know.
So they need to
search
be
trending
liked
topics.
by everybody. You'll find out very quickly. I don't need to
Well,
be
that's
liked by
good
anybody.
because you're liked by very few.
I could give a
Yeah, she's the rare bird that
Tootie.
doesn't want to be respected, or apparently liked. She doesn't need any of that. She just wants you to give her money.
people like
See,
me
I'm the
or
exact
don't
opposite of Betty. I'd be mortified if I had to come to the internet to beg for money. Betty, not so much.
like me. I'm not here for a popularity contest.
That's
And I'm
good.
also not here for clicks and views.
Oh,
I would
bitch,
prefer
please. That's the only thing you're here for, besides super chats.
all the trolls leave. As a matter of fact, unsubscribe from Bullhorn Betty. My life would be a lot happier without you
That's
in it.
pathetic. That you value your life's happiness on fucking weirdos on the internet. Yeah, that just confirms everything I already knew about you. You place way too much important. You're a fucking nobody. You have no real life. That's why you care about this like you do.
Just saying.
Just saying.
I gave Sumner County Sheriff's Office the Cold Case Foundation information for them to reach out to them. Well, say that
It's not a
wish-
fucking cold case. Maybe that's why they haven't reached out.
in one hand and poop in the other. Figure out which one fills up faster. Just saying.
I don't know, Betty. I'm sure your wish list and mine look a lot different.
But we have some clear issues in this case.
You
Okay.
being one
And the
of 'em.
clear issues in this case is not Seth.
Oh my God, are you
Rogers.
kidding me?
Okay. He's on camera.
Wait,
I keep saying,
Was
I
that
say this
time
over
or
and over again.
hours? Oh God. I was trying to let this bitch. Well, we got almost. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Girl. What time did I start? 12:15 and it's almost 4:00. That is obscene. I cannot believe that I have been droning on for that long. I have got to get better. Betty, goodbye, girl. I have got to get better at reviewing Betty. Crazy Nurse, from now on, once I hit the 3-minute mile marker, you text me. Holy shit. That's terrible. Yeah, no. I think my husband came home like at least. Oh, I think he's been home at least an hour and a half. The dog has been in at least 3 times. Hi, Bob. Oh, he just gave up. He's laying down. All right. Well, I think that I think I said just about everything that well, clearly not, that there was to say about Betty. I have got to get better about reviewing her. Am I the only one who can take 1 hour of Betty is, well, we can't blame her for the first hour of my life. So we'll say 3. So 1 hour of Betty equals 3 hours of me. I have got to get, is there like a therapy group for that or something? How do I get better about that? I don't know. All right, kids. I thank you profoundly for all of you that hung in here with me. My God, I hope the least I did was entertain you. What is today? Wednesday? I know Friday I'm busy. Tomorrow, I would say that realistically, we will probably meet again over the weekend. It's very possibly tomorrow, but I doubt it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me this exceedingly long amount of time. I very much appreciate it. I appreciate the mods. And until we meet again, y'all have a good. All right, it's 4:00 Eastern Standard Time. Real world, not YouTube time. YouTube time is like 2 days real world time. So have a good afternoon. And until we meet again, bye, pussycats.